What's up, Juventini? It is here. Juventus ready to face Atalanta. We've got the starting 11 from Tudor and some surprise in there as always when it comes to Igor Tudor. So anyone trying to guess those projected lineups is struggling this season. We're going to get to it all. This is a big one. We obviously know the story. We just got off the match day preview show less than an hour ago, and we tackled a ton in there, a lot of storylines. The record suggests that we might not come out with that victory, but we need to, and it is potentially a season-defining series of matches for Juventus, season-defining for us. Maybe not so much the outcome, but it's a big one. I'm hyped up for it. I'm ready to go. Just getting the coverage locked in here and waiting for all of you guys to jump in and join along. But we got Matteo wasting no time with his prediction, saying 4-2 win for Juventus. Book it. While calling for goals for Juventus doesn't seem crazy anymore when you're looking at the way our games have been going. All right, we got Apex in here ready to go. Atalanta is in trouble. Love the confidence. Absolutely love it. You've got Anton already talking about that starting lineup, saying, look, Perin and Locatelli should have been in there. Isaac, concerns with the midfield. We spent a lot of time talking about the midfield. Well, let's get into it. I'm not going to waste any more time. Here is your starting 11. By the way, awful graphic. This is an official graphic from Juventus, choosing to use the FC26 cards. I don't even know if you can really make it out, okay? But I'm going to hit you with the starting lineup anyways. I'm not looking from that, but it's Di Gregorio. You have Kelly, Bremer, and Gatti across the back. Kalulu. So again, we've got Gatti and Kelly on that right side. You've got Cope Miners starting next to Thuram, Cambiaso on the left, and then Adzic, Openda, and Yildiz up top. So, I mean, my goodness. If you're talking about alibis, if you're talking about Tudor making some questionable decisions on a week's rest after 3 games straight where some, issues and shortcomings were arising, he's got no alibis after this one if he doesn't get it right, because he's going with Cope Miners. You know how I feel about Cope Miners, everybody. This guy is well behind the mark. He should be playing for his minutes, not just granted them or force-fed. So, Cope Miners really needs to repay Igor Tudor with a good performance today. Otherwise, I don't know what the hell else anybody at Juve could be thinking other than he is at the bottom of the pecking order. So he's got to have a good one. Kalulu and Gatti need to sort their stuff out on the right side because it has been brutal. Brutal from terms of movement. And this is why Cope Miners comes into play there as well, because he is sporadic in positioning. We looked at the heat map today on the graphs. When it comes to his positioning, there is no stability to it. It's sporadic. It's spread out all over the place. That's why you don't have a focal point when he's in there. So there are some questionable decisions here that could go back to Igor Tudor. If you want to talk about the call with Adzic, well, Conceição is not fit. Zhigrova still working for fitness. We'll probably see him in the second half. When it comes to Openda and David, my preference is how you want to play this game. Getting 3 midfielders in there, controlling the game, and getting Jonathan David in there and going. I could see why you play Openda, though, because Tudor's probably playing to this open game or transitional game, to which Openda's speed will probably be of advantage. But do we want to welcome Atalanta come in and try to get in to a transitional game when we have allowed 63 shot attempts so far in just a few matches? Risky business that Tudor's playing, but nonetheless, I could see these calls, all right? Yildiz, he will be crucial for us. Thuram, a bad showing against Verona. Some bad errors in the Borussia Dortmund game as well. I'm looking for a bounce-back performance from him. And Cambiaso needs to get it together and find some rhythm, find some consistency, all right? So hopefully he can do that today in this one. But that is your starting 11. Predictions, you guys know mine. I still say we come out victorious 2-1. I called David for a goal. Hey, maybe off the bench, he'll find one. All right, I called David and I called Kefren Thuram for the goals in this one. 2-1 victory. I don't have confidence in calling clean sheets when it comes to Juventus right now, and that will continue, okay? But my man of the match, way too early man of the match, is going to be Gleison Bremer. That's who I'm calling for early man of the match. You guys hit me with your predictions in there. We saw Mateo Camisas coming in there with 4-2 saying book it. We got Anton coming in 2-0 Juventus. Love to see it. Love to see it. Rick Owsey 3-1. Turkish Delight. A goal and an assist. Love it. Love it. Just trying to get to the feed here, everybody, as we are set not far from kickoff now with Juventus Atalanta. We've got Del Piero in the building. We know, as much as he is the king of Turin, and he is our capitano, the record is not the best when he's around. So hopefully that changes too. Got the graphics there. It's a little bit makeshift at the back there for Atalanta. Jim City's actually going to play in the heart of the back three. Anor on the left, Cosuno on the right, Bellanova, Zappacosta as your wingbacks. You've got Derun, Pasalic as your two pivots. Samardzic is actually going to start in behind Sulemana and Kristovic. So they are actually going to go with a 3-4-1-2 setup. So we'll have two strikers up top to deal with. For us, we've got to have that tempo. You've got to have that ball movement. You got to move it quickly. Otherwise, they're going to shut down the flanks and we're going to be stuck. So the middle of the park is going to come into question again. We can't lose that battle. I would say you needed three midfielders in this game. And I also don't understand why you would wait. If it's something you're already messing with in training, you're also working on and whatnot, what are you waiting for? There's never going to be a perfect game to do it. Get it out of the way as quick as possible, especially in a game where you know Juric is going to have this team coming out running us hard. It's going to be important for Juve out of the gate to match the energy and match the tempo. We cannot give up any ground on that intensity to start this game, all right? We've got a packed house there at Allianz Stadium. Hopefully this is going to help us. We'll need that extra man too. But again, the record with Atalanta, 7 years, everybody, since we last defeated them at home. In all performances, home or away, out of the past 11, Juve's only won one match against them. We got to get it done. And their lineup does not actually create concern. I agree with you, Forza Juve. Okay, that this Atalanta doesn't scare me. Weak lineup and a bad coach. Sure. But they have nothing to lose. They're going to get after it. And Juric has made weaker lineups than this one a problem for Juventus because of how they play and how they approach a game. So Juve's got to be ready off the hop. And again, no alibis, no excuses. A week's rest for the team. They had 2 full days off as well before resuming training. I don't want to hear any alibis, any excuses. Juve needs to take care of business today. And it looks like Atalanta's wearing orange today, so I believe that's their third. I don't even believe that's their away kits, but they're going to be rocking the orange today, and they look a little bit silly, I gotta say. Let's go. A fair point to Isaac that even Verona didn't really scare us. Yeah. What do I think about Openda? I said, for me, I would end up going with Jonathan David to start this game, but I also would have went with 3 midfielders because I want to control it, and I think David is the best out of the bunch when it comes to hold up and link up play. If you're going to look at transitioning and hurting Atalanta in that regard, Openda makes sense. So I have no problems with it, ultimately. I could see why. I think I have more problems with the fact that we are letting issues that mounted up for 3 games in a row, and we've kind of ignored them with this starting 11. That's kind of it for me. It's kind of it for me. Who gets the preliminary day from Atalanta? I'm going to go with... I want them to have a horror show at the back. Jim City's not been playing well. Now he's going to be in the heart of the back 3. I'm going to say him. I'm going to say I put it on him for that preliminary so that we could take advantage and punish him. All right, so let's give it to him. Let's go. We got winter rolling in here. Let's go. We see the Juve faithful there with their flags, the banners, the chanting, the singing. Absolutely love it. We hope that we can punish them and get this victory and bring it home for the Tifosi. Let's go. Again, starting lineup for anybody who would have missed it. Hey, I'll apologize on Juve's behalf for this awful graphic utilizing the FC26 cards. My goodness. Anyways, it's hard to tell probably, but Di Gregorio, Kelly, Bremer, Gatti. Kalulu, Cope Miners, Thuram, Cambiaso with Adzic, Openda, and Yildiz, up at the top. We see the teams in the tunnel. They're getting ready to come out. Juventus has gone with the Bonnie blue kits for this evening, and Atalanta in the creamsicle orange tops. My God. Hey, Matteo loves the graphic. Hey, there's something for everybody out there, all right? Something for everybody out there. I mean, they can make it a little bit bigger, a little bit better. I don't like it. I don't like it, okay? I'm going to pull that graphic down. You see Jonathan David coming out. He's be heading on the bench. Man, he's giving whole handshake to Openda, who's going to get the start there. He's saying what's up to all the starters out there. Wishing them luck to start the game. Jonathan David will play a role, I would expect, off the bench. We've also still got Chikrova that will probably play a part off the bench. A lot of speculation around Perin starting this game, but Di Gregorio continues. Tudor was adamant that Di Gregorio is our number one. He's greeting Carnesecchi right now. Carnesecchi is a talented goalkeeper as well. If we're talking about Di Gregorio and Carnesecchi, the two of them were right there up at the top in terms of top keepers to look for in that next signing. Carnesecchi had a lot of rumors around Juve monitoring him and whatnot. Di Gregorio ended up being an absolute steal of a price. I still love that signing, and he was my pick. Carnesecchi seems to getting it together now, having a strong season to start so far. And we never got into this. We didn't set the tone on today's show when it comes to the official. Simone Souza. And obviously he's going to be recognizable to you there. But 63 appearances in Serie A. He's split about 50-50 between Serie A and Serie B. He's got 52 appearances in Serie B. In Serie A, 27 PKs given in those 63 appearances. A 4.3 yellow per game average. 11 red cards distributed. So Souza hopefully doesn't play a part in this game or its outcome. We saw what happened with Verona, and that was an absolute disaster. We don't want any of that happen now, okay? Juventus set to face the creamsicles here. Atalanta in orange. Look at these anthem jackets. Love the anthem jacket. Picked it up this year. Beautiful, beautiful jacket. All right. The anthem over. We'll get the handshakes, and then we get to business, everybody, all right? The best part. The business. Drop a like while you're in here, everybody. We got a big one. Big one today with Juve and Atalanta. We see Kamaldeen there, Sulemana, Kristovic. Kristovic could be a tricky customer. And with two strikers there, that's going to essentially split up Bremer's duties. You're not going to see him lock into either one of those guys. So Kelly will have to be aware. Gatti will have to be aware of any switch-offs. I expect Bremer staying right there, right put in the heart. Adzic. We need to see Adzic contribute. And it's nice to see him get a start. Kenan Yildiz is going to be getting extra attention. Expect that from here on out. There's no more secret left when it comes to Kenan Yildiz. Thuram, Cambiaso need to take advantage of that. Cambiaso especially, because he's got to bring more. I agree 100% when you hear Tudor's words that Cambiaso is amongst the best of the best on his day. He needs to make it his day more consistently. So let's hope today is one of those days. The officials take their photo and then we get to business, everybody. What's up, Rick? Aussie. Great to see you in here, watching the zone here and listening to Alberto with a beer. Is there anything better? Is there anything better than that? Come on. 2-0 call from Cristi Milli. Hopefully that's the case. I need to reinstill my faith in this team keeping clean sheets, though, after that intense week we just went through. But let's go. Sikoko, great to see you in here. Saw you in the preview show and now back at it with us. Love having you here. DR1S, ciao ciao amico. Fino alla fine. Forza Juventus. And they're now putting up a graphic of 3-4-2-1. We were seeing 3-4-1-2. The truth is, with Samardzic, it could easily flex into a 3-4-2-1 or a 3-4-1-2. Pasalic will pull most of the strings for Atalanta. Said you got to shut him down first and foremost for Atalanta. And then we take it from there. Shut the flanks down. Keep it tight on Pasalic and then go from there. Everybody, we're set for kickoff. Let's go. As we listen to the crowd at the Allianz. Let's go. Nothing but 3 points today, everybody. Nothing but 3 points. Come on. Waiting for Souza to blow the whistle and kick off this match. And there we go, everybody. We got kickoff. Launched forward. And we are good to go. Openda going at Kosuno early. Earns a corner kick early. Yildiz is there. Co-Miners is showing up short. Don't take it short. Have it in the mixer. Let's go right out of the gate. Minute in. We do take it short, but it goes to Cambiasso at the top of the area. Back inside for Kenan Yildiz. Double team. Here's the double team. Turns. Feints on a cross. Plays it out to Cambiasso. Inside to Openda. Tried a 1-2. And Bellanova cuts that out, but all he can do is have it out for a throw-in. He's lobbying for a foul there, but Cambiasso did well not to actually get the foul called. Throw-in deep in Atalanta's territory. Cambiasso over it. Is he going to have one long here? I think he's going to go short to Yildiz. No, Yildiz moves in. There it is. Back at him. Touch in for Cambiasso. Back to Yildiz. Circling around. 3 players around him. 4 now. Crossed over to the back post. Headed down off the post. Adzic gets to that. That was almost 1-0 in the first minute. And Atalanta survives that one. Kalulu and Adzic both there at that back post. Hitting the post early as Juve. And now, off the throw and back to Bremer. Over to Kelly. Now into Yildiz. Kosuno trying to watch him. He plays it in for Cambiasso. Back into Yildiz. Surrounded there. Pasalic able to win. And now Bellanova plays it back. And Atalanta going to try to regroup here. Jim City now. Over to Kosuno. All he could do is go route 1 here. Easily cut off by Kelly. Into Cambiasso. Cambiasso now running forward. Plays it through. Bellanova is going to clean this one up. Take it to the outside and then clear it. We should win this again. There's Kelly heading it down to Yildiz. So high line pushing Atalanta back. Now Yildiz on it. Looking for an overlap. Here's Kelly. Up forward for Cambiasso. Feints going deep down the byline. Now cuts back for Kefren Turam. Turam now inside. Tried to find Openda. Missing. And it goes right into the hands of Carnesecchi. Good positive couple minutes starting this. Okay. Good positive start. We talked about the energy, talked about matching them, having that physicality, that intensity, and so far to start, it's a great positive start. Almost were rewarded immediately with a header, but it bounces off the post. And we've got the high line. We're looking aggressive, looking to push them back. I like that. I like that. Kosuno is on it now, switching the field. Pasalic looking for Derun. Has Derun. Samardzic struggling there to get the ball out of his feet. Finds De Royn as he's moving backwards. Pasalic drops back to collect on the left side for Atalanta. Being watched by Cope Miners. Stripped by Cope Miners. That's a big steal. Running into their area. Cuts to his right. Has a rip short side. And it goes wide of goal. But there was a touch there. This is going to be another corner kick for Juventus. Pasalic asleep at the wheel there. Cope Miners lunges in. Then takes his man on. Works over to a right-footed shot. And there was a touch there. Carnesecchi screaming at his players to wake up. And Cope Miners looks like he's going to follow that play up with a corner kick. He said it. Called him out for getting the start. He's going to have to reward Igor Tudor today. Good start there for him. Let's see if he can put this one on the money. The cross, it goes in. And that's headed out. No, kept in by Carnesecchi. Despite the challenge from Openda. And he rolls it out quickly. Anor on it into Pasalic. Now to De Royn. Has Cosuno, has Bellanova there on the right. Plays it to Bellanova. Now back to De Royn. Over for Pasalic. Atalanta now able to control the ball a bit. Zappacosta. Back to Pasalic. Over to De Royn. De Royn. Over to Cosuno into Bellanova. De Royn again. And Atalanta just knocking it around. Anor again. Pasalic. Now trying to find Kristovic. His touch to the flank. Zappacosta. Low cross. Cleared out by Gatti. But Zappacosta wins it again. Now up at the top. And the hit is wide of Di Gregorio's goal from Kristovic there. So Atalanta with their first shot attempt. And again, a little bit too much room there at the top. Bremer closed it down good enough, but a little too much room. And that was actually Kalulu header that bounced and then hit the post. Thought it was Adzic at the live look. Adzic was there in front of him. But it was Kalulu who connected. And that was a good ball from Yildiz, almost finding an assist. Pressure at the back from Openda. Ball goes to Carnesecchi, who goes route one. Kalulu goes up for it. Does head it down. Adzic on it now. Settles. Oh, tries to play through. He does find Openda. The flag might come up. Oh my God. Terrible from Openda. Terrible from Openda. Not sure if he was trying to cross that back in for Adzic there. And he was offside anyways. But oof, that ended up being ugly. Took himself well wide and then... Was it a shot? Was it a cross? Was a Schross? In the end, just looked like he sharded himself. All right. Anor to the outside for Zappacosta. Can't find Pasalic there as Juve does step up their pressure. We are high up. Carnesecchi forced to go route one. Bremer battling with Kristovic there. Chested down, but Cope Miners collects. Now into Yildiz. Now... over to Cambiaso. Cope Miners is right there with the last line of defense. He's calling for a cross in. Cambiaso's trying to deal with a double team. And there's a cross. It's blocked. Another corner kick earned there. Good work by Cambiaso there to deal with that double team. A lot of pressure there in a tight situation. Cope Miners got his arm up looking for a cross. Cambiaso's like, can you give me a minute to breathe here, brother? Give me a minute to breathe. Short corner, Cambiaso takes it. This one's blocked. Now it's Yildiz. He is isolated 1v1. He's going to take it deep and now have two players to deal with. He's in the area. Lays it off for Openda. Feints a shot. It's blocked. Now out to Cambiaso. Cambiaso. Out to Adzic. Skips to Ram. Goes over to Cope Miners. He's closed down by Anor. Tries to have a cross. It does hit Anor. Here we got another corner kick. Great pressure from Juventus in the opening 7 minutes. Has to be said. High line, good pressure, winning the ball back early and trying to put Atalanta under. If we find that first goal, that breakthrough, we got to keep that pressure up. Here's Cambiaso with a cross in. Goes right across goal. Nobody can connect to it. It's going to go out for a goal kick. Lloyd Kelly lurking at that back post. And that's a good, dangerous ball. Here we have another Route 1 ball. Di Gregorio was waiting for it to bounce into his area. It doesn't make it there and then ends up having to take a touch. And the pressure was there in the end. Juve comes away with it and can regroup and get back into their positions. Now Di Gregorio to Cambiaso. And he's going to go to Bremer. Over to the right side. Has Kalulu next to him. Plays it in. Now inside for Cope Miners. Cope Miners up ahead here for Adzic. And he loses it. Kristovic lays it off in front. Here's a shot. That's a huge block from Bremer. Huge block from Bremer. That's way too slow. Way too slow on the ball. That's a cheap turnover. It's a brutal turnover. Adzic tried to sell a foul there. There was nothing there. No foul there. And you just can't be turning it over there. And honestly, the ball in from Cope Miners, when you see him absolutely surrounded like that, got to be quicker, got to be better, and maybe move it out to the sides there. If they're going to flood that middle like that, you're going to have some space somewhere. Here's a corner. It's sent in. Going back post. Kalulu heads it out. Zappacosta is going to settle this one down, but Kalulu tight on him on that byline, forcing him to the back. Derun now launching this one easily in the arms of Di Gregorio. Kristovic going down after some contact with Gleison Bremer there. And whoa, we launched this one. Route 1. Openda settles it down for Adzic. Much better touch there from Adzic this time. Into Cope Miners. He's surrounded. Back to Kalulu and back to the back for Gatti. Now over to Lloyd Kelly. We tried and find a little bit of space as we were hemmed up there. Now Cambiaso on it. Right on that left flank. Has nowhere to go with it. Goes back to Kelly. Kelly over to Gatti. Said you got to move that ball quick if you're Juve. That was one of my keys to this game. Can't be slow, especially slow laterally, as they'll close you down quickly. Thuram up to Adzic. Tries to play it back to Cope Miners, and it's stripped again inside. And Gatti clears it right to the middle of the pitch for Samardzic. And now out for Bellanova. Lloyd Kelly watching him. Oh, Bellanova trying to get around him. Lloyd Kelly does well, using the long strides, but in the end just touches it out to the corner. Cambiaso comes back, helps that. Now to Yildiz, to Thuram. And then launch it forward, little flick on. Openda settles it for Adzic, and Adzic loses it again, but Cope Miners pounces on that one. Now up forward for Gatti, making the run. Just hold the ball. There you go. Little patience there. Cope Miners now, long ball. He doesn't try these ones off and finds Yildiz. That was nice. Cuts inside, has a shot. It's blocked. Now out to the top. Falls for Cope Miners. And Thuram takes it off his foot and goes backwards. But now we find Cambiaso on the left, working against two. Here's a cross. That's a good one. Back post. Headed out by Zappacosta. And Atalanta clears, but Bremer, look at how high this line is. Juve in possession still. Thuram now. Over to Gatti. Up forward for Openda, being watched by Anor. Touchback for Kalulu. To the top of the area. Cope Miners way too nonchalant about it there. It's taken. Gatti. Lot of pressure there. Samardzic, though, they do find room. They do find room. Here we go. Salamu up ahead. It's Kristovic, but he loses balance trying to settle that pass. All right. All right. So some good signs here from Juve when it comes to intensity, to pressure, getting high up, putting them under. But again, Atalanta finding space on certain turnovers, right? So we just got to be aware. Kenan Yildiz cutting inside. They're always taking it. He's going to have to take advantage because he's not going to get 1v1s often, right? So when he has them, he's got to do exactly what he did there. That was brilliant. Taking his man on, cutting inside, having a shot, and in the end, forcing Atalanta to clear a dangerous situation with players lurking all over the area. Chested down by Openda there. Yildiz couldn't settle that one. Atalanta regains Possession, Zappacosta trying to play it in. Gatti, great step there, wins it into Cope Miners. Now Thuram picks it up from him. Kalulu's up there on the right, man. Oh my God, you've got to see that. You have to have that vision. That's a big miss because he's got acres of space there to get in behind Atalanta. Now they come back at us. Samardzic, and there's space again. Space again. Cuts inside to his left, plays it in. There's a right-footed shot, but that one goes wide. Kristovic hitting it on the one time. 13 minutes, 40 seconds in here, and it feels like it should be later. This game's actually moving very quickly, has a lot of action, and a little bit back and forth. Goal kick here for Juventus. Bremer now over to Di Gregorio. Di Gregorio over to Kalulu. Being watched by Zappacosta there. Di Gregorio now has it at his feet. Slowly carries it to the top of his 18. And now launching this one out Openda's way. Does get this one over to the top there. A little bit slow as Adzic reacting to that. But Juventus does win the throw. As Cosono ends up having it out. Cambiasso quickly takes it back to Lloyd Kelly. He finds Bremer. He's got Gatti next to him. Plays it to him. Kalulu with a lot of space over there on the right. Gatti over to Cope Miners. Back to Gatti, now over to Bremer. Lloyd Kelly against that left sideline. And there we go. And we have kind of formed a back four right now. So Kalulu, Gatti, Bremer, and Kelly have kind of formed this back four. And it's allowing Cambiasso to get very high. And Kalulu still pressing high up the pitch here in this game. Here's Kelly over to Cambiasso. Working on Bellanova. Now drops for Thuram. Now outside for Yildiz. He's isolated 1v1. Tried to Meg Cosuno there. Doesn't get it. But Atalanta still under duress and pressure. Can only have it out for a throw-in. 15 minutes, 40 seconds, 0-0. Juventus with a positive start to this game. Can we find that goal? Can we find that first one? Came close already inside the first minute with Kalulu on a header that hit the post. Here's Bremer. Into Cambiasso. Right in the circle. He turns and he's running at Atalanta. This is a good carry. Good carry. This is when he's at his best. Drops it for Yildiz. To the top of the area. Adzic. Oh, forces a big save to the short side by Carnesecchi. Little bit slow there, not a lot of heat, but good placement, and Carnesecchi had to be aware. Adzic slips the shot through. Good vision there to lay that across the area for the trailing run to shoot. Much, much better. Much, much better. And that was a great run from Cambiasso, a guy who we said has to pick things up. Cope Miners set to take this corner. And here we go. This one sent going back post. Yildiz. It bounces high. He can only settle it with his forehead, but he does get it back now for Adzic. Now up for Kalulu. Slotted over for Cambiasso. Finds himself on the right side of the pitch now. Now back for Kalulu. Does have Yildiz there ahead of him, but he chooses to go to Thuram, who drops back to collect. Now over to Cambiasso again on the right side of the pitch. Trying to cross this one in. Chested down by Bremer, but cleared by Atalanta only as far as the halfway line, and Thuram picks it up again. Kalulu now on it. Looking to the left flank. Kelly is there. He cuts back to Cambiasso again with Thuram right next to him. Now we go to Bremer, who finds Gatti. Thought about going up that right byline and then decided to go backwards was Gatti. Bremer now over to Thuram. Atalanta slowly increasing the pressure on us on the ball. Bremer now is going to go over the top trying to find Kalulu. That's headed down. Great step there from Adzic. Surrounded by Atalanta players. Can't get that, but Gatti steps forward, and then Kalulu does well to win that. Great battle. Kalulu with a cross. This one going back post. Openda settles it nicely. Leaves it now for Thuram. Thuram tells him to go wide. Openda on it here. Feints a pass in. Now back to Thuram. And Thuram sees some space. Steps forward. Has a hit. Oh my goodness. It took a deflection. I thought it was going to loop right over Karnasecki, but it ends up looping wide. A block off of Basilic. It did leave Karnasecki hanging, feet planted after the deflection, but just wide of the goal. Oh my goodness. We do get a corner kick though. Let's see if Juventus can strike here. Here comes Yildiz. Here's the delivery, and that's headed clear. But Adzic is going to settle it with a header back to Kalulu. Cambiaso now up for Kelly to Yildiz. Kelly making that run inside for Thuram. Thuram could only get a toe to it. Bellanova under pressure now from Yildiz. That's beautiful. Beautiful work from Yildiz. Earns the throw in deep. That's just great pressure from Keenan. This is a beautiful opening 20 minutes to this game. This is exactly what you want to do. Yildiz dribbling in the area, coming through. Oh, just about got in behind Gosunu and Bellanova. In the end, Bellanova gets it out. We got another corner. Atalanta's got to be feeling this. They are doing a ton of defending for the opening 20 minutes. They got to be feeling this. You got to feel that opening goal is close. 7-1 already for corners in 19 minutes. Let's go. Coal Miners set to take this corner. Here's the delivery. Get ahead to it. It's headed by Lloyd Kelly, but goes wide. But Bremer's going to save it. He's got all sorts of pressure from Zappacosta, and he has it out for another corner. Great work from Bremer. That's a center back there asking to hold on to the ball in tight quarters there. Zappacosta, Jesus, he's getting gray, man. Coal Miners over this one again. This is going to be an in-swinger. Here's the delivery going in. Bremer just can't get there to that one. In the end, Samardzic clears. But again, Juve going to recover. And it's Yildiz dropping back. Playing it to Kalulu. Fantastic, fantastic opening 21 minutes. This is great from Juve. Absolutely great. And Cambiaso has pretty much acted as an extra midfielder. We've been on the ball. We've been controlling. The pressure has not been as much as I expected from Atalanta, so that's a little surprising to me. It's a little surprising to me. I expected a lot more pressure from them. But they're seemingly fine with giving us control, and that's fine for us too. I'll take that. Did not expect them to play that. Yildiz trying to go over the top for Openda. That's cut out by Jim City. Samardzic trying to settle this one. Adzic goes in. In the end, they find Bellanova. He's got a bit of space to make a run down that flank. He's got wheels. He's getting in behind there. There's a low cross in. It goes right across goal. They keep it in on the other flank there. Big hustle there from Sulemana. Now to the top, a left-footed hit from Samardzic is high and wide. Again, we said you'd have to watch for Bellanova there. As Cambiaso pushes, as he gets advanced, we know that space could open up there, and Bellanova's got wheels. He put one straight across goal there. Unfortunately for us, nobody there to put that one on target. So Juve back on the ball with possession here, starting from the goal kick. Cambiaso now over to Yildiz, being watched by Cosuno. And Cambiaso going to go all the way back to Di Gregorio. Now over to Kalulu. Feints going up that line, cuts back inside. Being watched there, pressured. Zappacosta. Now over to Kelly. Again, finding Yildiz. Turns to face up his man. Cambiaso back to Bremer. That's Kalulu next to him. Gatti has moved to the outside right position. A little bit of interchange there between the two of them. Gatti. Back for Kalulu. Over to Bremer. Now played forward for Yildiz again. Kasuno all over his back and actually does win possession. They flip it forward, but Gatti's going to regain possession here. Has Cambiasso straight ahead of him. Just play the ball there. Just play the ball to him. Invites 3 defenders, and then Thuram's got to make a move forward to play it to Kelly, and we have nowhere to go. Just play that. You got a man bombing forward right in front of you, 2 feet ahead, Gatti. Just play the damn ball to him. Shocking stuff. It's a difference between a fast break and putting other players down the line under pressure for turnovers, including yourself. Bremer to Co-Miners to Gatti. So far, Co-Miners seems a lot more engaged than he has been in quite some time, so that's a positive. Bremer back to Di Gregorio. Over for Kalulu. To Gatti. Over to Kelly, who's got some time and space ahead of him. And now he's going to go Route 1, looking Openda, chested down, trying to take on Anor. Does get a foul there in the end. It's a big, big kid, man, Anor. Anor's a big, big kid. I might be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure he's like 18 years old or something. Maybe 17. I could be wrong there, though. Let me check. Yeah, he's 17 years old. It's a big kid. Big, big kid. Played forward. Cambiasso strips it, but can't get enough weight on that to find Openda off the strip. And Atalanta saves themselves a very dicey situation. Anor now coming forward. First pass. Blocked. Oh, Openda looked like he took a hand to the face there. He's down. Ref does finally blow it down. Blows it down immediately because he's holding his face, so they consider it head injury, so they stop. I'll hit you with the stats while we have this break here. We're looking, a little bit of an elbow to the cheek there. 72% possession for Juventus. 6 total attempts for Juve, 4 total attempts for Atalanta. So far, Carnesecchi, the only goalkeeper to be forced into making a save. That was the shot from Adzic from the top of the 18. Good diving save to his left from Carnesecchi. And Juve has hit the post through Kalulu's header in the opening minute. We still sit though 0-0. 26 minutes, 12 seconds. Atalanta on the ball now. Anor to Jim City. To Darun, who drops back. Darun scans, but in the end only going to Pasalic over on the left side. Now up for Anor, being watched by Adzic. Soft pass there for Zappacosta. Might get a handball call there on Co-Miners. No, Juve comes away with a ball. Popped forward by Gatti, but way too far ahead of Kalulu. Ambitious for him to try a chipped, weighted ball to a right wing back in Kalulu that's running up there. Here's Kristovic. Bombing this one forward for Bellanova. He's got wheels. He's going to get there. Cross coming in, but Gatti handles it. Oh my God, way too nonchalant, boys. In the end, we give up a corner. Gatti, what the hell are we doing back there? Nonchalant Mickey Mouse. Like, pick up the damn pace. Jesus Christ. You got him cutting off the ball and then Lloyd Kelly standing there, and the two of them didn't know who was going to end up taking the ball. Gatti, you're running onto the ball. You could see behind Kelly's back. Take the ball. What are we doing? Corner kick now for Atalanta. And this is a good one. And that is headed just high beyond that back post of Di Gregorio. Jim City creating the issue there. Holy smokes, man. Imagine something like that goes in after you just pull the stupid, nonchalant garbage we just saw there at the back. Wake up. Sense of urgency. Gatti has just been crazy with errors. And the thing is, Kalulu's got him in there too. So the two of them on the right sketches me out like crazy. It really does. Thuram, sketchy there at the top of the 18, but he does come away with it. Has Kalulu to his right. Plays it over to him. Being watched by Zappacosta. Not enough support there for these guys on that right side. Our right side is, beyond, again, talked about balance. That's going to be part of keeping Atalanta honest. And right now, the right side isn't doing much in terms of attack and being able to get back there and create some issues. It's been predominantly the left side. Through Cambiaso, through Yildiz, etc. But the right side's got to get it going. Otherwise, Atalanta could just keep overloading that left. And then we're stuck being able to go nowhere. Here's Bremer on it. Back for Kalulu. Drops it off for Kelly. All he can do is pop this one forward. It's going to get cut off, but terrible touch there from Cosono. And now Juve with the throw. Colt Miners tries to take it quick and hit Openda. Cut out, but in the end, at least Juve regains possession. Kelly now up for Yildiz. Gives him an overlap. Here's a double team. Samardzic all over him. Cuts into the area. Tries to have a shot, and this is out. This is going to be a corner kick again for Juve. So we're in double digits for corner kicks. Got to make them pay here. Bremer, Gatti, Kalulu, Thuram, Kelly, all the big boys getting in there. Benda up there as well. Yildiz takes it short. Again to Cambiaso here. Doesn't have a cross. Has it up to Adzic. Adzic has a shot. Forcing Karnaseki to dive there because he was unsure. But it did go wide of his goal. Adzic definitely not scared to have a hit. And from standing. And that one was curling, dipping. But wide of goal. Karnaseki had a lot of coverage on that post. He might have been just fine if that one does hit target. But the fact that it was dipping would have made it pretty difficult. 30 minutes, 38 seconds. It's 0-0. A lot of possession, a lot of control from Juve. And getting some opportunities. This is a terrible goal kick from Karnaseki. Straight out the sidelines, missing everybody. We quickly take it. Kalulu into Adzic. A touch back to Kalulu. Kalulu now crossing it in. Settled by Yildiz. Oh my God, what a touch. But that was cut out wonderfully from Bellanova. Good wits about him there. Otherwise, Yildiz just had a sick touch in for an absolute clear-cut breakaway. Advantage played here. Thuram cuts in the area. We got a nice spot for a free kick here. And a yellow card. Great carry there from Thuram. This is in a very dangerous area. I'd like to see Kenan Yildiz step up and hit this. I know that also Colt Miners is going to be standing over this. Great carry there from Thuram. What a touch on that cross in from Kalulu by Yildiz. But Bellanova sharp there. There was a lobby there for a PK after, but what a touch coming in. I don't think you could call PK there. No, he just comes in and gets position. That's a good defensive play. Colt Miners and Adzic stepping over it. Thuram's actually down right now, everybody. We want to make sure this guy's good. Because this is what we need. We need midfielders pushing. We need midfielders trying to beat guys in 1v1s and dribbles. And when we get back, we got a long discussion here between Colt Miners and Adzic. But I'm telling you, I want Yildiz over top of this thing. I want this guy to be integrated in taking our dead balls. Oh, man. Tell me he doesn't have a knee problem. Thuram is up. Looks like he's going to keep going. He's not stepping out to the side, so he definitely is walking gingerly. So it's Adzic and Cope Minor standing over it. No Yildiz. Here's Adzic. Oh, that's a good one, but Carnesecchi set up the wall so that if you're not going to try to get it up and over, you're going right at him pretty much. If you're going to try to go there, man, it's got to be higher. You got to ping that corner. Anything below, anything like 3 feet down off that corner is going to be easily parried. Coal Miner's long throw. Adzic trying to get a flick on. Samardzic just hits it away. Bremer stepping forward. Suleimani giving him problems there. Actually earns. Suleimani earns the throw-in for Atalanta. Guys, reminder, everybody, get the likes up here. We're at 34 minutes into this game. Hey, the more likes, you're going to get goals. I tell you this all the time. Like the video. That's where the goals come from. That's where the magic happens. Let's go. Zappacosta into Darun, and Route 1 here. Cut off by Gatti. Thuram on it now. Up ahead for Adzic. To Coal Miners, to Bremer, to Kelly. Cambiaso's come back to collect, standing right next to him. He gets it. Into Thuram. Scanning, nowhere really to go other than Kelly. That flank's shut down now, so he's got to go back to Di Gregorio. Got a little bit of space for Colt Miners, dropping back on the right side there. Good showing so far for Colt Miners. Thank God. About time. Di Gregorio over to Bremer. Digre launching this to Openda. That's beautiful. Right at his feet. Settles. Turns now. Into Gatti. Thuram wants it there. Bremer skips him. Goes to Kelly. Up ahead for Yildiz. What a dummy. Adzic making the move down the line now. Now he's facing two. Oh, up the top for Openda. Settles it. Blocked shot there. Great work from Openda. And then Suleimani ends up drawing the foul from Gatti there. Gotta feel it's going to be only a matter of time before Juve finds a breakthrough. They're playing wonderfully so far this first half. Good pressure, good possession, and a variation in the attack of how we're seeing us generate chances. So it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Carnesecchi with it. Anor to his left. Jim City to his right. Goes to the 17-year-old. Now to Pasalic. Back to Carnesecchi. Juventus fine with Carnesecchi being on it. Light pressure from Openda. Still allowing himself to pressure Jim City. Great wheels to catch up there. He does block the long ball and it goes out. It's going to be Atalanta throw. Bellanova set to take it. You see Lookman, De Catalare, Yunus Musa all on the bench for Atalanta. De Catalare was slated to start on the projection I was looking at. Not so much the case, but you'd have to expect plays a part in the second half. Bremer wins this header. Kelly steps back into it, but it falls into the middle. Here's Samardzic on it. Gatti watching him. Colt Miners there too. Scoops the ball over to Pasalic. Over to Zappacosta. Now in Suleimana. Working in. Does cut inside. He's in the area. Ooh. We close it down. See it out. This is going to be a corner kick for Atalanta. But it was all hands on deck there. Man, Kelly bombs in there. and then backs out of actually heading the ball, and it goes off his back into the middle of the area to Samardzic, sparking that whole thing. This is crazy to me, some of the decisions that we make. We really coughed the ball up in just the silliest fashion. Corner kick here. This is a good one crossed in there. Thuram has it to the top. They step into it. That's a big block. De Roon on the volley from the top of the 18. In the end, Zappacosta settles it to Bellanova, who goes back to Carnesecchi. Atalanta still trying to find shape after that set piece. But he does launch it. It's headed forward by Cosuno, but it's going to go out. And deep in our territory, Cambiasso is going to take the throw in. 38 minutes, 30 seconds, 0-0. Thuram takes the throw in from Cambiasso, plays it right back to him. Now back for Kelly. He goes route one. Openda working against Jim City there. Jim City gets that header, and then Atsic heads it back towards our goal. Pasalic in to Kristovic. Oh, little 1-2 played there, but Gatti cuts it off and plays it for Di Gregorio. Wastes no time going forward. Openda, little body there. Jim City plays a header forward. De Roon has to come back to clean it up. Openda's creating havoc, that's for sure. And you appreciate the speed, the physicality. And he dropped the 17-year-old Anor with a shot to the body there from the side. There's no foul played on. And Anor just stayed down. Taking the lumps, lad. Taking the lumps. Yeah, I'm with you, Sikoko. We need to really strike before this half is up. We really need to. All this is for nothing if you can't walk away with the lead here. Hit you with a stat update while we're here waiting for some treatment to Anor there. 67% possession still in favor of Juventus. 11 total attempts for Juve. 5 attempts for Atalanta. If you're looking at corners, it is 10-3 for Juve on corner kick count. Just got to find the breakthrough, everybody. Got to find that breakthrough. Got to find that goal. Play has resumed. It's at the back with Atalanta. Zappacosta on it. He goes back to Carnesecchi. Carnesecchi again over the top here. Bremer's going to engage with Kristovic. Kristovic does flick it on, but Kelly easily cleans this one up and rolls it back for Di Gregorio. Di Gregorio now to Lloyd Kelly. Looking up that left sideline, playing up for Yildiz. Yildiz, little touch into Thuram. Thuram now. Ooh. Sketchy little ball, but he does hit his target of Kalulu. Now into Cambiasso. Twisting and turning out of the midfield. Over to Bremer. Now to Thuram. Here's Thuram. And again, what I was saying, one of the things with that midfield is Cambiasso. Oh, there's a through ball attempt for Cambiasso, making a big run there, just missing his feet. Cambiasso has essentially acted as the third midfielder in this game. Like I said earlier, we've kind of made a back four with Kelly, Bremer, Gatti, and Kalulu. And that's the difference in the midfield, and it's allowed us to win the ball back earlier, evenly distribute pressure. And again, you have an extra body in there breaking things up for Atalanta when they try to come back at us. "42 minutes. We got 3 minutes, a little bit of added, and then halftime. Would love to see us leave with a halftime lead. Definitely played well enough to deserve getting that lead, but no such luck." Anor on it. Back to Carnesecchi. Back for Carnesecchi. Divi Nash saying, why is the match not on DAZN? I'm watching it on DAZN. It is. Up ahead for Bellanova, being watched by Cambiasso. Little touch inside. He still retains possession. Here comes a double team from Co Miners. They play it back to De Roon. De Roon now to Pasalic. Sulemana. Over to Zappacosta. Over to Pasalic, being watched by Adzic. Openda's going to apply a little pressure to Darun here. He's got Kosuno now. Up ahead, Samardzic throwing it in for Kristovic. Foul there on Cambiaso. That's going to allow Juve to regroup. Atalanta starting to work the ball around there. Looking for quick little 1-2s high up the pitch to kind of spring a chance for them. And a lazy foot in there by Kosuno. Launched here by Di Gregorio. Openda is going to go up. Nor just shields him up this time. Didn't want to take another body check. Here's Adzic. Settles this one. Oh, light pass to Kalulu. Way too light. And in the end, Atalanta wins the ball back. Kristovic twisting and turning here. Playing the possession game. Good hold up there from him. Now finding Bellanova on a beautiful switch from Kristovic. And in the end, a 1-2 fails as Cambiaso takes control. Now he's darting. Lays it off for Openda. Openda now up ahead for Kalulu. Into Cambiaso. Adzic to Yildiz. Here comes a double team. But he's cutting in. The shot. Oh, but he put it right at Carnesecchi. Wasn't able to push it to that back post enough. That was a good opportunity. Here we go, Gatti. Circles around. In the middle to Adzic. Adzic, some bad turnovers, but overall I haven't minded his game whatsoever. And he's covering a ton of ground. Look at his count. 5.3, the highest on the pitch right now. Cope Miner's just behind him with 5.1. Bremer on it here. Over to Lloyd Kelly. Lloyd Kelly to Bremer to Gatti. Up to Adzic. Oh, little sketchy touch. And again, the giveaways. I told you the giveaways have been rough. Here's Sulemana. And the shot, and it's in. Fuck. You gotta be kidding me, Matt. You gotta be kidding me, Matt. You've got to be kidding me. The turnovers are the one thing I literally said. Outside of some brutal turnovers, Adzic has actually been fine. But my God, there is another one. And this time, they just terrible, terrible giveaway. And no, but we can't save them. We got Thuram there, Gatti there. You got Adzic again there. And we just can't stop Sulemana. Are we facing prime R9 here? Awful, awful, awful stuff. That is pitiful. To leave this half down 1-0 is an absolute joke. It is an absolute joke to leave this half at 1-0 down. Incredible, incredible. Holy smokes. That's the one thing with Adzic this half. Everything else he's done, positive in the attack, vision-wise, passing-wise, everything's good. It's that touch in our end and these giveaways. And now he got punished for it. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. He's got to be better there on the touch. Bremer's going, we're forcing now. Kosuno's going to clear this one. But here's Adzic. Tries to play it over the top for Cambiaso. A little too long there. Now settles that one. Wins it back. But Thuram's pass over to Cope Miners. Cut out. Bremer now chests this one down. Gatti's going to take over. Played forward for Openda. That's going to be cleared out. We pretty much here are at 2 minutes. There's only 2 minutes added. We are at 47 minutes. You're not going to get too much time to piss around, boys. Have it in the mixer. Thuram on it. Over to Kelly. You got to generate something or he's going to shut it down. Here's Cambiaso working on Bellanova. Goes to his left. Here's a cross. That's a good one. Oh, too high at the back post. Kalulu's going to keep it in here. But this whistle's going to come pretty quick. Have it in the mixer. Back to Kalulu. Put it in. Oh, that's a terrible cross. Awful cross. Again, we keep possession. Plays it over for Cambiaso. The whistle's going to go soon, boys. Oh, this is Yildiz. Double team, can't get behind it. Kelly pushing down the line. Have a cross in. On the carpet, forces a clearance by Jim City. Darun heads it down. This is going to be a battle. Oh, Yildiz. And that's it. They're going to shut it down to half there. Absolutely brutal to go down 1-0 right before the end of the first half. We definitely deserved to be up in this half. That's rough. That's rough. And it's a stupid goal to concede. It's a bad giveaway from Adzic, but my God. Between Thuram, Gatti, even Adzic afterwards, like, we just don't have the wherewithal to clean that up with all those guys on Sulemana. Holy, man. Holy. I don't have a major problem with anything Juve's doing in this first half. I got to be quite honest. I thought it was a good first half of football, but holy smokes. You got to find a way to come out on top. You got to find goals. And the blueprint is there for Atalanta. What did I say in the preview show? You get Yildiz cooking. He's going to take extra defending, and then it opens up the space for the other guys. We got to take advantage with the other guys. We need Thuram stepping forward. We need him to be driving that ball in and taking that space and maybe drawing foul like you see on that free kick. We need that. Cambiaso's actually cooking. He's, well, not cooking, but he's been better than he has the past 2 matches. So he's very active, very lively. We have to continue with that. But right now, the right side is non-existent. So you don't have any balance to your game. So we got to figure it out. I see all the comments on Adzic so poor and all this. I don't think we have to get that crazy. He didn't actually have a bad half of football. It's just those turnovers. But can you continue with that? You've got a youngster now. It's one of these things, man. Young player. Brutal giveaway. It ends up in the back of your net. It's not all on him, but like, do you keep going with him? 29 touches, 64% accurate passes, 2 key passes, keep in mind. Couple shots, forcing a couple saves. It's not all bad for him. It's just those turnovers, but you're 1-0 down now. So you're 1-0 down now. Okay? You're 1-0 down. Do you keep going with him? I'm going to be quite honest. It really depends. How many minutes is Jagrova got in his legs? It might be early. You might have to tough it out. And again, giveaways are going to happen. Adzic isn't the only one that's going to cough the ball up. You're going to see other guys cough the ball up too. The fact that 3 guys couldn't win it back pisses me off. But Openda's doing good work up there. It's just, I don't know. I'm starting to wonder if the way everybody's moving, the way everybody's cooking up there and interchanging, David dropping back, offering up that passing ability and able to set other guys up might be the play. I definitely don't want to pull Adzic to put David and Openda up there again in those advanced roles because I'm sketchy about that. I'm really sketchy about the Openda-David thing right now. So as crazy as it might seem, I'd probably continue with Adzic for a bit. Or otherwise, I might look to Joao Mario playing in that role. Joao Mario was a winger before anybody played him at right back or right wing back. Maybe that's a play until you can get Jagrova in, but I'm not going to dump on Adzic to the point where we got to say immediately at half. It's not quite there based on everything else he gave us in the first half. I would maybe try Jonathan David for Openda immediately if we're going to make any fast changes. And then Jagrova, the second you hit a mark where Jagrova's got legs, let's say he gives you, half an hour? The second it hits that on the clock, I put him in, okay? And for everybody calling for Chico, Chico's not even on the squad list, everybody. He's not even there available. That's why I say we got to really take it easy on how we go about this. Your ratings coming out of that first half. Di Gregorio 6.6. Across the back, Gatti, Bremer, and Kelly. Gatti 6.3, Bremer 6.5, Kelly 6.5. Gatti is making some weird ass decisions. the brain farts are picking up. It's actually crazy. Lloyd Kelly had a couple himself too. So it's not just Adzic, you guys. Like, there are mistakes being made out there. Kalulu is 6.9. Very active, I'll give him that. 6.9, not so sure it's that high. Cole Miner's a 6.9, same thing. Better than we've seen from him in a long time, but I'm not so sure it's 6.9 high. Thuram 6.7, fair. Cambiasso 6.9. Yeah, I could see it. Adzic at a 6.2. Yeah, I'm probably fine with 6.2. I don't think he needs to go to the negative. But I definitely don't think it's super high on the positive side. 6.2, 6.3 is fair. Yildiz 6.6. Yildiz, we go by his lead. That's the way it is. We go by his lead. I'm thinking like 40. He's got 42 touches, 77% accurate passes, 2 key passes, 1 for 2 on crosses in. Almost got the assist a minute in off the Kalulu header. He's doing the battle 2 ground duels, almost 50% won. We got to get him cooking, but the other guys got to take advantage of the space it creates. So Yildiz is doing his thing. Easily the best player, I think, in that first half was Keenan. Always making something out of nothing, too. Double team, triple team, it didn't matter, okay? If you're going to go with Openda, he's at a 6.4. I think a lot of good work from Openda, but let's get David in there and let's get him going. I would probably make that switch. When we get to Storm the Barn, everybody fire away. And reminder, everybody, get those likes up as we get into a second half where Juve is facing this adverse situation against Atalanta. Unpopular opinion, I know a lot of people aren't a fan of Openda's performance right now, but his pace, threat, and target play is keeping Atalanta's line deep, which is giving us success in the midfield. Absolutely. There's nothing bad necessarily about what he's doing. However, with the way everybody else is active, this is just coming from me. I would play David in there because we're actually doing a good job in the midfield with Adzic making up a midfielder and even Cambiasso. And we have formed 4 in the back at times between Kelly, Bremer, Gatti, and Kalulu. So it's kind of like this hybrid setup that we're in that is coming to a 4-man that's at sometimes seeing 5 across the middle, not just 3 that we were asking for. So it's there's a number of things there. I'm just not so sure we wouldn't be better off with more of a setup threat in there rather than Openda. But it's not to say he isn't doing a good job. He is doing a good job. Adzic was awful in this half. I think if you take away there was 3 giveaways. That last one obviously ended up in that goal. There was 3 bad giveaways. Otherwise, a lot of them are 50-50s that we're getting thrown into in a very congested middle of the park. I don't know. I'm not jumping on that awful first half. I don't think it was awful, especially if you're looking at the work done in the final third. The work done in the final third trumps the turnovers. It's just that one turnover was brutal. So it stops me from saying he had an awful half. It wasn't awful. Wasn't the best. Wasn't awful. Was a so-so half. So-so half. David on for Gatti. Switch to 4-man back. Maybe Loka on for Adzic. I don't want to, again, I'm leaving this half thinking, boys, we should be up. Potentially 2 goals. We should at least have a 1-0 lead here. It's not crazy drastic, and I don't think it's to the point we got to completely change everything. I would just take it a little easy. Like I said, Joao Mario could be an interesting one to maybe use up at the advanced role for Adzic as we wait for minutes for Shigrova to come in. And then when that happens, then you take Gatti off, move Kalulu in to bring Shigrova on. So I think we just wait a little bit and there's a certain tweak we can do. We still played much, much better. Much better half than what we've seen in that week. That was crazy. Very intense week of 3 games in 7 days. I don't think we have to get crazy. I don't think we have to get crazy. Gatti is scaring me right now. Someone needs to straighten him out. He's questionable, but I mean, Kelly made some questionable things there. The two of them got crossed up in a play right in our area that we almost... Guys, you're going to take your lumps with Kelly, with Gatti, with Kalulu. But right now, he does offer the least amount of faith out of those three guys. He really does. But I'm seeing way too much sloppiness at the back in general. Not surprising that 90% of our turnovers are coming from Adzic. Also, I remain convinced that Openda lacks the physicality to succeed as the lone man up front in Serie A. I don't think he was doing bad when it comes to the physicality. I don't think it was bad from him at all. I don't know if the scoreline is twisting up a lot of things right now. I'm just telling you, it's crazy to me that we want to jump on guys or certain performances so quickly when you look at the overall. I'm left feeling still we should be in the advantage spot. You take away that smash and grab moment. We offered next to nothing for Atalanta. Offered next to nothing for them. We have to break them at the other end, and we have to find goals, and we should have found some goals. It didn't happen. Some errors from Adzic. Well, what do you want to do? What's your solution? Play Jagrova before he's ready. Maybe we lose him for a bigger distance. We're talking about adding another midfielder in there, swap and set up Joao Mario to the outside. I wouldn't be opposed to that, but I really don't think I leave this first half just simply wanting to throw it all on a 19-year-old. With a smash and grab moment. I don't know if I'm convinced that turnover pisses me off as much as guys not being able to help their teammate and bail them out of a situation when you outnumber the guy on the ball 3-1. Like, that actually pisses me off more than a young kid who's trying to make things happen for us, and we're throwing a ball into him with two players on his back, by the way. Just throwing it into him. And softly, might I add. Like, it's just like we're just throwing the balls in there. They got guys on their back, whatever. We're not switching field. We're playing so slow. The pass was hard, but the thought process is slow. We're labeling things. My biggest piss off is three guys unable to save the day against one player from Atalanta. That pisses me off even more. I gotta say it. This prisoner of the moment, scapegoat, like crucify. It is what it is, man. Guys are gonna have turnovers. They're gonna have turnovers. It was a brutal one. It was in an awful spot. He should have done better. But he was not awful in the first half based on 4 turnovers. Come on. He's also one of the few on this team taking those shots as the trailer. Because Thuram needs to start fucking shooting the ball. Okay? Co-Miners needs to start shooting the damn ball there. Everybody else passed up their opportunities in the first half. The only one that didn't was the 19-year-old that everybody wants to murder right now. He's the only one that didn't stop, didn't hesitate, and shot when those opportunities arose. I need to see all those guys, when you have a line of sight, starting to shoot the ball. If you want to tic-tac-toe and Mickey Mouse walk into the fucking goal, it ain't gonna happen. So let's start firing the damn ball. And you never know what's going to happen. Thuram had one almost go off Pasalic's ass into the net. Shoot the damn ball. That's just me. Quick to murder guys when they have positives to their game that the others need to pick up for. Does being Canadian guarantee double-digit goal? What? You should probably finish that up, roast beef. Come on. Come on. Can't even finish a Storm the Barn? Yellow. Yellow. But let's get ready for the second half. There's some more Storm the Barn in there. We will get to it. We will get to it. Give me a chance to catch up here, everybody. Give me a chance to catch up here. We got to get the tickers locked in here, too. Why isn't our captain on the pitch? He would have started, but Coal Miners was not a problem. I will say that. Coal Miners was not a problem. But, hey, in that moment too, Coal Miners is quick to abandon the middle to get forward, and then you can't save the day on turnovers like that. That is something that happens. Okay. We got the ticker back in. And now we're locked in everywhere. Let's go, everybody. Come on. Let's get the horn going. Fino alla fine. Forza Juventus. De Roon on it here. This one's cut out. We don't have any changes from Juve. It's the exact same as how we started the game. Adzic running down Anor here. Pasalic on the ball. He's going to go up forward. Gatti's trying to cut this one off. Battling with Zappacosta. Zappacosta comes away with it. Thinking foul there. Nothing doing. Long ball sent forward. Actually, they do call it out of bounds up there. It's going to be a throw in to Atalanta. Bremer's down there. Gets up. Can't have that guy going down. Can't have anybody going down. 1-0 down. Juve's got to turn this around. We've got to get the 3 points here, guys. Come on. We need a quick one. And like I said, whatever amount of minutes Zagrova can give you, you get that guy in this game. Oh, Adzic tried a backheel pass there. That's blocked. Cut out. Kalulu comes in, cleans it up to Adzic again. Adzic going up the line for Openda. He's going to find a double team now. Tries to cut that one back into Adzic. Had acres of space in there. Just couldn't find him with the ball, unfortunately. Here's Coat Miners on it. Drifting away from that right byline into Thuram. Thuram's got Kelly and Cambiasso to his left. Plays it to Cambiasso. Yildiz is surrounded by Atalanta. Oh my God, Cambiasso. See, that is piss poor. That is just piss poor of a play. And look at this. From that lazy ass pass from Cambiasso right back at us. Sulemana. And look at that. You guys want to crucify on mistakes? There's one to crucify. Murder Cambiasso. The guys need to do this as a group. Mistakes will be made. You play on. Cambiasso into Yildiz. Ball played forward there, too far ahead of Cambiasso. What Juve can't do is start forcing things. They got to be patient. You see Vlahovic warming up. You see McKennie warming up. You see Locatelli warming up. You see a ton of guys warming up right now. Chasing the game, though. You see De Catalare warming up on the other side as well. De Roon pumps this one up. Gatti chests it down. It goes all the way back to Di Gregorio. Kalulu wants it there on the right side. A lot of space ahead of him. He collects it now. Able to just trot into Atalanta's area now. Long ball played up the side there. Battle for it. Shove in the back. He does get the call. Good work from Openda. I think he's actually getting color. Yeah, this is in a good spot too. Just the top of the area on the right there. Openda's calling for yellow. I think he did actually give it to him. Adzic and Coat Miners standing over this one. This would be perfect, okay? This would be perfect to get one out of this. Set piece. I don't think you're shooting from here, so have a beauty cross in. Let's get ahead to it, and let's go back level and then take control. Coal Miners runs over it. Adzic delivery. This is a good one. Back post. Just headed by Kosuno ahead of Bremer. Gatti settles this one back down for Kalulu. Kalulu runs across now. Switching field for Adzic. Adzic collects. Kalulu makes a run into the middle, but he goes back for Coat Miners. To Thuram. Two midfielders back here. Our defenders staying high. Bremer now finally starts walking to the back. Gatti still staying behind the defenders as a striker here. Not coming back into Openda here. Openda turns here. Oh my God. Misses Adzic. Easily rolls into Carnesecchi. Guys, come on. Don't force and start finding yourself in low percentage plays. Kelly wins that battle. Samardzic can't settle this one down. Di Gregorio's on it now. All the way out to the right for Kalulu. You can feel a little bit of urgency in Di Gregorio's pass trying to get them going. Oh my God, this is a turnover. And Suleimane again running at us. Gatti comes in, does step and win that one. Turns now. Has a little bit of space moving forward. Trying to move this one ahead for Openda. That's a good ball from Gatti. He settles it on the line. Facing Jim City. Oh my God. So quick to pull up with a cross. That's just wasteful. And it's on the carpet. Easily cleared. Come on, you guys. You got to have more ideas than that. We got to have more ideas than that. Cambiasso. Into Thuram. Into Yildiz. Yildiz on it here. Yildiz. Over to Bremer. Bremer. Over to Kalulu. Kalulu now. Co-miners. Being pressured all the way back. Bremer's on it now. Over to Kelly. Being watched. Forced backwards. Co-miners picks it up here. Nowhere to really go. Cambiasso to his right collects. Twisting and turning. Lays it over for Bremer. Bremer up the middle for Kalulu. Played into Openda. Little 1-2 between the two of them. Tried to put that pass through and it's cut out. Pasalic, though, might have put that a little too hard. No, he saves it. Now over the top finds Kristovic. Kristovic in all alone. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Non ne parliamo. Non ne parliamo. What a mess. What a mess. We almost got picked apart by two guys here. Oi, mama. Oi, mama. Okay, I think it's time to get Kalulu in for Gatti and bring in João Mario. Unbelievable, though, man. Pasalic in 2 touches there almost did us in. And Kristovic, thankfully, made an absolute mess of that hit. Kelly into Yildiz, over to Thuram. To Bremer. It's too slow. Too slow here, guys. Come on, you got to get her going. And Gatti's out on a byline facing Zappacosta. Nothing's going to happen. We're creating our own mismatches right now. Like, let's get going here. Kalulu carrying across here. Nowhere to go. What are you going to do? Drop the ball for Gatti here? Like, where's our mid? Thuram on it now. Up forward. Cambiasso trying to turn an easy shove in the back from Samardzic, and we're pushed off the ball. Kristovic on it now. Into Pasalic. Adzic comes in. Wins the ball back well. There you go. Carrying it forward. Drops for Cambiasso. Too slow, though, guys. Holy shit. Let's go. Kalulu on it now. Oh, my God. 5-foot pass. Here's Gatti, and this is played right into the arms of Carnice. This is pitiful. 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 Holy. Pitiful. Absolutely pitiful. Holy. You've got to make some changes now, Tudor, because you're cranking into the 55th minute. Now's the time. So I at least want the offensive prowess of João Mario out there. And you can move Kalulu back and we'll just call Gatti for what it is today and say goodbye. Thuram trying to force. And there, you're trying to force. There's Yildiz. That's Yildiz, not Adzic, by the way. We're trying to force and labeling passes. Turnovers are going to happen. Guys, we got to wake up. Here's Bellanova ripping us on that right. Here's a cross in, and Kristovic was always going to have a hell of a job to try and do from that one. A cross that ended up going slightly behind him on his run. But we are 1-0 down here, and it's It's not looking pretty when it comes to a creation point of view for Juve. Come on, you guys. Tudor can't wait much longer. 55th minute. Let's go. Time to get going here. The right side has been the weakest side, and for whatever reason, this second half, all we seem to be doing is trying to go up the right side with no creators over there. What's the game plan here, Igor? What's the game plan here, buddy? Thank God Anor puts a garbage ball across and we can regroup. Time for changes, boys. It's time for changes. Oh my goodness, boys. Come on here. And you start to get some whistles from the crowd here. No kidding. Let's go, you guys. First half, I actually don't mind the way we played. Second half, it's been abysmal. And we're forcing to a right side that hasn't been strong throughout the first half when we were actually playing good. And credit to Atalanta because they've seen it and they know they're probably clamping down on that left side. This is a good play from Openda. Kelly's on it now. Don't slow it down too much. Trying to force a cross here. It's flicked away. Runs across the area. Pasalic picks it up and now tries to pop it over the top. Cope Miners cuts it off. Running at the defense. Inside to Adzic. Adzic back post. Misses Openda. Oh. Too much heat there. Couldn't lay it in front of the run. Too much heat. And honestly, Kosuno was cutting that off quickly as well. And my feed just blew up. My feed just blew up. Are you... You got to be kidding me right now. You've got to be joking me. What is happening? What on earth is... 57th minute here. We got changes coming now. Looks like Thuram's coming off. And Adzic. Thuram and Adzic, McKennie and Vlahovic take the pitch. So it looks like Openda will slide probably back. Vlahovic leading the line. Unless we want to go with Yildiz behind both of those strikers. Might not be a bad call in this one. Bremer comes in, cleans that up, and chests it down. We regain position. And McKennie stepping into the midfield for Thuram. I'm still left wondering how you leave an offensive threat like João Mario out here any longer. You've dominated the possession game the entire match. You can't be scared to get after it. We want 3 points. We don't want to draw everybody. Gatti up for Cope Miners. Cope Miners in the middle for Cope. Oh, Vlahovic just couldn't settle that one. In the end, Atalanta plays it for Suleiman. And McKennie wins that one back. Over to Kalulu. There's a little space ahead of him. Go. Back post cross looking for Vlahovic. Headed down by Kosuno. In the end, Bellanova collects right against his goal line, preventing the corner. Plays it off of Cambiaso. It's going to be a throw-in to Atalanta. Keep the... I just don't understand. Coal Miners into Kelly. Back to Gatti. Gatti now. Over to Kalulu. Openda. Benda's going to be gassed too. It's probably like you can put Jonathan David in, you know. Could still find a way to get Jagrova into the mix too if you really want to get after it. Openda over to Kalulu. Too slow. Here's Openda. Cross coming in. Back post. Blocked. Thank you. This is the best part of the game so far, sweetheart. Bless her heart. Bless her heart. Headed deep. Bremer trying to cross it back in. It's a frustrating one today, Linky. It's a frustrating one. Juventus is losing. Do you want to say hi to everybody real quick? Say hi.
Hi.
Okay. See you. Oh my God. De Catalare set to come in. 60 minutes, 25 seconds. Juve 1-0 down. Oh my goodness. My goodness. My goodness. They're taking R9 off the pitch. R9 when he plays us, for God's sakes. We make guys look way better than they are. Sulemana, the lone goal scorer so far. De Catalare comes in and takes him off. We have Zagrova and João Mario getting ready. You're about 6 minutes past my ticker there, Tudor, on that change. But you know what? At least you're making it. This one hits Lloyd Kelly. Rolls out. We got a corner kick to contend with here. Get these guys in here. Hopefully they can turn the tides. Still got Lookman over there warming up as well. Samards is set to take this. This one will be an in-swinger, everybody. Here it is. That's actually a good delivery. Headed out by Openda. Stopped by Bellanova. Played back to the outside here. Samardzic again. Looking to have it into the mixer. Trying to set up a cross. He does have one. This is flicked on. And Di Gregorio making me feel a little nervous on that one. But always on the upper side of the bar there. But still had to be aware and careful for a high boot there from Bremer as well. Guys. Holy man. I'm hating this match right now. This second half, I am hating this second half from Juventus. Juve's got to be way, way better, and they got to turn it quick. If we talked about highlights out of the first half, Kenan Yildiz was one of them. And for whatever reason, we don't want to play down that side of the wing at all this second half. It's mind-blowing to me what is happening right now. Kosuno, this is, oh my God, Pasalic gets that one all wrong. Free and clear for a shot, 23 yards out from goal. Come on. And now you get the cavalry in João Mario and Zagrova. Gatti, clear choice to come off there. He is, and Openda set to come off as well. Move Kalulu back to that right CB position. And let's get João Mario and Zagrova cooking. And I just don't understand why this game wouldn't call for Jonathan David and possession and foot at the ball rather than... Yeah. We're not running at them. Vlahovic doesn't make sense. We're not running at them. Playing a transitional game. Here's Pasalic. De Catalare. Working on that side. Beating João Mario. Cross to the back. Headed by Bellanova. That's blocked. A huge block by Cambiaso. Good wherewithal from Yildiz to keep that ball in play. Played up to Cambiaso. Back to Yildiz again. Surrounded. Samardzic there. Finding Bremer in the middle there. Bremer now. Finding João Mario. We have space to attack. This is what we're waiting for. João Mario on his horse. Tries to go up for Vlahovic. Should have played it down for Zagrova. We can't get caught forcing things now. João Mario, the play was Zagrova. Zappacosta now. Launching this one forward. Flicked on, but easily settled by Bremer. Come on, you guys. We need to pick up the pace. There's nobody on that left side now. We're all central. Cambiaso now. In the middle of the park to Kalulu. Over to João Mario. Has Zagrova there. And here he is on the ball. Cuts inside. Scans, gives it to Kalulu. McKennie making a move forward. That's a good move. Can he get that step on Derun? Cross in! And that's blocked. Cleared out. And Kalulu comes in with the high knee like he's Triple H. Coming off the ropes there. You're not going to settle that one down like that. Jim City getting to that one just ahead of Vlahovic. Too easy for Kristovic to settle that ball down there. And look at this. A switch of field and Belanova running at us now. This is chewing time off the clock that we can ill afford. Backed up all the way. Cross coming in. Bremer makes a mess of that. Cambiasso inside to Kelly. Kelly popping this one over the top. Vlahovic can't settle that one. An awkward attempt too. Looking like Ken or Ryu from friggin' Street Fighter with a spinning kick here. I've never seen somebody try to settle a ball like that. Kelly. Colt Miners. Over to Kalulu. Jesus, guys. Non-contested passes, and we have to, like, waste extra energy just to get to them because we're missing the mark. Let's go. Bremer. Over to Kelly. We're at 66 minutes, 30 seconds here. We're 1-0 down. We need to get it going. Yildiz with a nice turn in the middle. Played up forward for Colt Miners. Tried a little flick onto Vlahovic. It is touched off of Alanor. This is going to be a corner kick for Juventus. Guys, you got to strike here. Got to level this thing up. Got to level this thing up and then get after it. Colt Miners. Set to take this corner. Yildiz was there short now. He's going to move into the area. Cross comes in. Going to Bremer, headed. But easily in the hands of Carnesecchi. Suno to Jim City. Atalanta on the ball here. A little bit of a press coming. McKennie's calling for people to help and step forward. Wanted Lloyd Kelly to back him there on that one, but Kelly stood back. You have a couple players calling for the press, calling for that pressure to come in there and help, but there's still a gap. Still a gap between midfield and defending. It's a big block there on the Belanova header. Carnesecchi's on the ball here for Atalanta. Plays it over to his right. Accepted there by Jim City. Now trying to go forward. Bremer cuts that one out, but Kristovic still comes away with it. Now inside. Now they try to go up to that corner ball for Belanova. He settles it. Cambiasso comes in to watch him. They just pop it beyond him to Derun. Now into Samardzic. Sets it up on his left foot. Cross coming in. Back post. And Di Gregorio reads it like a book. Throwing it out now for Zhigrova. Zhigrova squaring up against Basilic. Waits. Derun's there inside him. He just takes his time. Finds McKennie. McKennie now carries it forward. Zhigrova still right there next to him. But McKennie going over to the left side. Here's Cambiasso. Now up to Yildiz. There will be a double team between Samardzic and Belanova. He doesn't care. Comes in with a cross. That's blocked. Back to the top of the area. And way too much of a gap there in the support. And Atalanta's able to just pop the ball forward. But in the end, Kelly can't win that one back. And we still have the ball at their feet. But Colt Miners steps in wonderfully there. We have advantage. Yildiz on it. Inside to McKennie. Stepping forward. Has a switch of field here. Over to Zhigrova. Zhigrova being watched here. The ball does get to João Mario into Zhigrova. Megs the first one. Played into Vlahovic. Can't settle it. McKennie inside to Yildiz. Just couldn't beat that first man. And Carnesecchi wasting no time clearing it. All hands on deck at the back for Atalanta. Juve looking for answers. Yildiz, Zhigrova starting to get very narrow for Juventus. We're trying to get in through that middle. Here's Cambiasso carrying it up the outside left into Yildiz. He's going to switch field here. There it is. Zagrova. He's on it. He's got space. Running into that area. Cuts inside. Cuts into the center. Is he going to have a hit? Nothing doing here. Oh, and then tries a pass through. It's blocked, but in the end, we still retain possession. Kelly on it here. Too long, boys. Come on. You got to do something with it. Anything. Get them moving. Cambiasso with a good cross. Nobody at the back post at all. No single option there. Bremer coming back, collecting it. De Ruin putting pressure there, but he goes back to Di Gregorio. Has Kalulu right in front of him. Juve's got to find a goal quickly if we have hopes of winning here. We don't want just equalizer. We need the 3 points. We want to win. Come on. Joao Mario in. Working against his man. Beating Anor. Coming into the outside. Cuts back inside. Still loses it there. Trying to lobby for a call. That's too much. Too much. McKennie does well. Oh, gets called for the foul. Foul on McKennie. I'm getting antsy, everybody. I'm getting antsy. Here's De Catalare coming back at us. Beats his first man. Over to Kristovic. Now to Bellanova. Bellanova working on Cambiasso. Great play by Cambiasso. Just enough of a shove. We got Zagrova way out on the right here, but Cambiasso's going to carry. Calmly take what they give. Don't force. There you go. To the outside, you got Kelly. You still have Cambiasso back. Plays it to him. Oh, he dummies. McKennie just saves it into Co-Miners. Guys, keep switching it over here. Get it out of there. Fuck, McKennie trying to bobble his way through 3 players. Just switch the field. And we're getting tired in the middle too. Co-Miners looks like he's gassed. Might need a change there. Carnesecchi over to the outside. Too much time for these guys just to turn it up and come upfield and chew more clock. Samardzic working against Lloyd Kelly here. Good work from Kelly. Plays it back to Di Gregorio. Co-Miners now. Over to McKennie. Up ahead for Yildiz. Over to Kelly. Guys, you got to get the ball over here to the guys that are dynamic. We need to get Zagrova on the ball. You need to get Joao Mario on the ball. Come on. Let's go. There you go. Come on. Inside to Zagrova. Over to Kalulu. Step in. There you go. Now over to McKennie. And then too slow. You slow it right down. Someone's got to pull the trigger, do something at the top of the area there. Here's Yildiz. Popped over trying to find Joao Mario. If it had a little more heat on it, that might have fooled Carnesecchi because Joao Mario was close for a header, but the fact that it was soft allowed him to make up the distance after the bounce. This is a frustrating game here, you guys. We got to pick this up. You got to get after it. Come on. Let's go. Get this ball moving. Cambiasso into Zagrova. Zagrova dribbling up against 3 players here. It's too much. It's too much. While we got these guys out there, you can't get into a situation where now we're just forcing. You can't just give it to one guy and hope for the best. Like, we still got to figure out this game. Bremer cleans this one up as De Ruin was offering pressure again. Di Gregorio on it. Down to the final 15 in this one. Co-Miners Way out on the right sideline, so you're not going to give anything to João Mario, to Zagrova. You're just bringing another defender into the space you want to pass into so these fucking guys can go to work. This is mind-blowing. It's player for player again. Oddly enough, Ferrero's awake for this one, when it's probably one you could say you could fall asleep. Bremer has come off. Cabal has come on. So now we're looking for crossing even from the back. Cabal's good at crossing the ball in. But Bremer out is crazy to me. So Cabal's going to be in the heart of the back line. Kelly has moved into the heart of the back line. Holy hell, man. Tudor's gone rogue, man. This is crazy. So Kelly and Cabal now? No, it's Kelly in the heart. Madonna mia. João Mario to Zagrova. Kalulu. Heading over for Lloyd Kelly. Cabal. Now up Yildiz. Cabal offering an overlap, taking some options away, and Cambiasso flat-footed. Kelly does well to win that back quick. Yildiz surrounded by bodies. Out to McKennie. Now out to Zagrova. Is he going to engage? Zappacosta backs off. Yunus Musa has come in. Played out. Oh, touch too heavy from João Mario to Zagrova. Out to Cabal. Again, now in. Cambiasso on it. Yildiz at the top here. He collects. Works on his man. Lays it up for Zagrova. Sizing up a shot. Feints. Goes to his right. It's blocked. It's going to be a throw-in for Juventus. We try to pin them back here. Thrown into Lloyd Kelly. Cabal over to his left. Now. Slotted out for Cambiasso. Working on Bellanova. Bellanova gets a touch there. It's going to be corner kick. We gotta find a goal here, you guys. 77th minute. What are we doing? What are we doing? Cross coming in, going to the back there. Kelly gets a touch to settle it. Zagrova's on it. Oh, lazy there. Right at Zappacosta, who's right in front of you. Zagrova turns around, on it again. Guys got to get moving, though. Everybody's standing there. Here's João Mario. That's an awful cross. It falls to us. It falls to us. And we got Cabal. 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 Let's go. Te vaffanculo. Holy hell. A garbage cross falls to us. We get a 1-1. I don't care how it comes. Take the goal, okay? Jeez. But let's get after the win. Can we save our blushes here? Can we save our blushes here and get after the win here? That was a garbage cross in from João Mario, and we got lucky that Cosuno absolutely whiffs on it, and Cabal pokes it home at the back there. Madonna mia. Madonna mia. Cabal. 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 Let's go. Let's go. 1-1. Come on, get the victory, boys. Holy smokes. You're absolutely right, Arj. That was lucky. Tudor's walking around smiling like he's master of puppets over here, pulling the strings with his Cabal call or whatnot, like as if our strategy and everything hasn't been ridiculous for the second half. 1-1. We got time. Let's go. Come on. Cambiasso. Back to Di Gregorio. We're at ones now. Now it's time to turn it up and get this victory. So who wants to be that guy for Juve? Who steps up and does that? Di Gregorio out to João Mario. Coming up this flank, McKennie. Oh, makes a mess of... Oh, gets in there. That's a foul. And a yellow. Oh, bye-bye. Ciao, ciao. Ciao, ciao. Ciao, ciao. Povero fissa, vaffanculo. Vaffanculo. Let's go, baby. Come on. Now's the time. Now is the time to take advantage. And I got to say, I've appreciated how Wes has come on to this game. I've been pretty critical of him in the midfield. Remember, I called him for a start in this game, that I would have started him in a three-man mid. But good energy from Wes and willing to put the pressure on. Cabal! Okay. We got the red. We got the red card now. Now you got one man up. Now it's time to put the screws to them, okay? Now's the time to take the victory. And again, it's frustrating the way this game has gone, especially the second half. Second half's been very frustrating, dire at times. But you're in the position now to come away with a big 3 points in a tricky section of the schedule. They are making changes. Brescianini's going to come in now. Kristovic is going to leave. This is clamp down mode to get the 1 point for Atalanta. Shigrova. To Cambiaso. Over to Yildiz. Watched by Bellanova. Cuts inside. Feint stopping now to Shigrova. Pressure from Brescianini. Oh, lays it off for Yildiz. And the shot's blocked. It is going to be all hands on deck for the last 9 minutes. And we got to put them under. We got to gain that area. You want to get in and around that area. Maybe take a run. Force a foul. Put them under. Here's Shigrova on it now. Yunus Musa getting over to watch him. Oh, too easy there. Shigrova losing it to Musa. And losing a step there. Long ball played forward, but Kelly's going to come in, clean that one up. There's one thing Kelly's got. It's actually good wheels. So red card to Atalanta. Cope Miners plays it up to Cabal. Back to Cope Miners. There's a switch field available. Kalulu. He collects it. McKennie now. Out to the right. Cuts inside on Musa. His American men's national team teammate. Here's Shigrova popping it up for McKennie. Oh my God. McKennie makes a mistake on trying to settle that. Great ball forward. Great attempt. Great look. Great movement by McKennie. Kalulu. This one's headed to the back and Bellanova just has it clear. Cabal's going to settle this one. And now to the outside. We've got them absolutely pinned. We've got 82 minutes, 50 seconds into this one. It's time to take advantage. That is such a lazy fucking pass from Cambiaso. Jesus Christ, man. Come on. Cabal. Played here. Cambiaso. Taking on Bellanova. Here's a good one. Headed. Oh, Vlahovic couldn't direct it towards goal. It goes to the back post. Here's Joao Mario. Feints a left-footed cross. Flicked in. Back to the outside. We can't keep it in. We do keep it in. No, it's going to be a goal kick. They're calling it over the line. Joao Mario doesn't like it. But them's the breaks. Them's the breaks, boys. Them's the breaks. Come on, you guys. Push. Let's find this winner. Find this winner. Cabal, man. Stepping up. Deep over there. And what a mistake from Kosuno. Oh, my God. Awful, awful clearance on a garbage cross in. If that happened to us, I would be livid. Livid. Cope Miners switches it out to Kalulu, driving up the pit. Oy, 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 oy. Madonna mia. Madonna mia. Kalulu steps on that one. Shigrova can't settle that. Coming back, throat high. Zappacosta. Atalanta's going to kill as much time as they can in every sequence possible. Kalulu's going to clean this one up. Over to Di Gregorio. Atalanta's going to drop back. We're going to be able to gain space. They are in clampdown mode, everybody. You want that point now at this point. And for us, it's time to take the 3. João Mario to Jagrova. Working on Zappacosta. Cuts in. There's a cross, and that headed out. And we regain possession. Jagrova takes it from the foot of Kalulu. Says, give me this fucking ball. Kalulu on it. To Cole Miners. To Cabal. To Kelly. Kelly now. To Kalulu. Stepping forward. Now to the outside for Jagrova. There's a cross coming in. Decent one, but we're not in the position. And here's Musa. This guy's just going to use his energy, his legs to try and get away. Cole Miners trying to sell this that it's our throw in. He does get it. Come on, let's go. Too fucking slow. Come on, let's go. 86th minute. You're going to get some stoppage, not a lot. Let's take advantage of this. Played inside for McKennie. Trying to settle this one down. Oh, to the top of the area. The pass too soft. Oh, no. And we're just allowing 2 guys to pass. There you go, Big Mac. That's what I'm talking about. Get possession back. Let's go. Get physical. Win that thing. Here's your grow. Sometimes. Oh, my God. How does he come away with that out of that? Oh, another one. Another one. Here's a yellow. This is in a good spot, too. Let's see if we can get a free kick that can make it count. But you got to go quick, guys. Because if you're going to take 1.5 minutes to set this damn kick up, not worth it. Let's go. Fast. Fast. Jagrova is so nonchalant. Like, he looks like he's... Guys like that, they're so good, but they drive me mental because it looks like they don't even give a shit. So nonchalant about it. The baggy shorts, too, and everything. He's just so nonchalant about it, the style and stuff. But let's go. Cole Miners is going to take this one in. Calls Jagrova off of it. Here's the delivery, and it's go right at Karnaseki, but it forced him to punch it away. Now Jagrova's running to the opposite side. Looks like he wants to have a go at a dead ball here. 87 minutes, 41 seconds. Come on, you guys. Jagrova set to take this corner. Arms up. Looks like he's going to deliver. There it is. Oh, and it directed. McKennie gets robbed. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. You gotta be kidding me. Kalulu flick on header and Mac right at Karnaseki. Ooh. That might have been game. Jagrova, we got space. Come on. Fino alla fine, you guys. Jagrova. Now out to João Mario. Cross coming in. That's a good one. Oh, too far, but that's okay. Yildiz keeps it in at the backside. Full pressure here. Yildiz. Goal kick. Fuck. Guys, come on. Push for this. Push for this victory here. Push for this goal. They're going to take their sweet-ass time here. We're closing in on 90. Oh. Man, that would have been something for Big Mac, who stepped into this game wonderfully. Has to be said. I don't care what anybody thinks about him. He's been solid since coming in. Kalulu, fuck, lazy flip on. Come on, you guys. 89th minute, 15 seconds. Let's go. We're on the ball. Cambiaso, dribbling forward. Holy shit, man. So slow, but it does find João Mario. He's running up. He's got Kalulu right to his right. Plays it in for Jagrova. Jagrova tries to beat his man. Cole Miners saves it. Into Kalulu. Kalulu feints across over to Cole Miners. Cole Miners Fuck, man. Trying to drill it from like 30 out. Very ambitious, and now they're going to kill more clock. That is fucking highly ambitious, man. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Come on. You could fucking try that in the earlier minutes of the game. You know, when I was calling for everybody else other than Adzic to shoot the fucking ball. But 90th minute, we got 5 minutes of extra. 90th minute, you're going to pull up from 30 like that when we're one man up just to rip one from there? Fuck off. Come on. Use your brains, man. Use your fucking brains. Kelly, out to Joao Mario. Yunus Musa coming over to watch him. He cuts inside. By the first one. Lazy pass there. Brescianini cuts it off way too easy. Joao Mario. Come on, you guys. In the end, all he could do is pump it forward. Guys, the ball. Come on. Kelly, let's go. We already pissed away 1 minute of this added 5. Now out to Zhigrova. Come on, you guys. Find a winner. Find a winner. Aye. Vlahovic crosses in. That's a good ball, but there's nobody at the back post. Fuck. More minutes coming off here. We're probably heading for 1-1 unless you get yet another fino alla fine moment. Carnesecchi launches this one. Kelly doesn't even go up. They flick it on. Di Gregorio comes out, grabs it. Out to Kelly. Now up ahead for Joao Mario. Come on, you guys. Can't be wasteful. Up to Zhigrova. Zappacosta watching him. Oh, it's blocked, deflected. Forced a stop from Carnesecchi. If that would have looped in. We got a corner kick here. Guys, quick. Come on. And look at the fucking time Cambiaso's taking the fucking brother. Oy. Speed up. Holy fuck, Cambiaso. I had to wait. And you took your time. And that's the delivery you get. Fuck. Come on, Zhigrova. Into Kalulu. Guys, come on. Move the ball. What are you doing? There you go, Joao Mario. Space. Ay! Deflected by Kelly with the finesse, but right to Carnesecchi. That might not have been so bad, you know. If he could have just got more of an angle to it. Joao Mario trying to get involved there. Pasalic. Got some physicality there. It's a dead ball. Free kick. Kalulu looking to take it quick. Does to Cope Miners. We got 2 minutes left, everybody. Cope Miners carrying it forward. Now out to Zhigrova. He's going to square up on Zappacosta again. Now he's going to play it forward. Vlahovic. He has to turn back. Drops it for Zhigrova. Zhigrova. Ay, too heavy, man. Too fucking heavy. Ay. Way too fucking heavy. Way too fucking heavy on that ball. Jesus. And then in the end, you just... And it's so low percentage. We got a minute left. Carnesecchi bombing this up off the goal kick. Headed backwards by Yildiz. Cabal's going to try and save this one in here. Oh my goodness. Little 1-2s here. We do find our way out. Kelly's there. Let the ball do the work, man. Pass the ball up. Come on. Zhigrova's there. Has Joao Mario to his right. Now he's running at them. Out to Joao Mario. Top of the area. Yildiz can't settle that damn ball and get a shot off. Cabal stops it. Now up to Zhigrova again. Everybody's up in the area. Zhigrova going to try and set himself up for probably crossing it in. Squaring up on Musa. There's a cross, and it's blocked. Way too easy. And now you got a 50-50. And Jagrova in the end comes and collects it to Cabal. We got 10 seconds left, everybody. He's going to call it quick here. You got to get one chance out of it. Got to get in the area and find something. Yildiz. Over to Kalulu. Guys, quick. Kalulu, like, fuck, man. Let's go. It's a corner kick. He's going to let us take it. Fucking 1 hour, man. These guys get the ball 1 hour to make a decision. Do you understand that you're in 5th extra minute here? Oh my God. To Yildiz. Oh, what a dribble. Flick on Matt. Can he get it headed on? Vlahovic settles. Kelly. Oh. Oh my goodness. Kelly at the end. Would have been a hell of a moment, you guys. Unbelievable, man. This is a... Oh my goodness, man. One smash and grab moment from Atalanta, and we allowed it to ruin the match. Allowed it to ruin the match. That's frustrating. You guys know the first half, I thought we played a good game, but my goodness, man. That second half was brutal for like, till we got to 65th, till some changes started happening. But this persistence to go up the right side in the second half when the right side created nothing in the first half and we made no changes to it is just wild. But this is a terrible, terrible result for Juventus. Terrible. 67% possession. 2 big chances created. 24 total attempts. Atalanta had 33% possession. They created 12 total attempts. We did make their keeper make 9 saves. A lot of those were right at him and placed there. It's a little bit too easy. This is a very, very frustrating one, you guys. Very, very frustrating. And again, I mean, we talked about balance, and we talk about balance so much. It's infuriating. But if you're left looking at the first half, you're like, the right side needs to pump it up. We're making it too easy for Atalanta to overload us, and we can't find a rhythm. But my God, the second half, it's like we forgot that the main guy in that first half was Kenan Yildiz. It's mind-blowing to me. And you didn't make any changes. So what made you think that we needed to just go up the right side continuously with defenders, with Gatti, with Kalulu? It's actually mind-blowing to me. That is yet another game where I just don't see the proper in-game management. I'm sorry. I don't want to harp and beat on a dead horse, but I'm sorry. I'm just not seeing it. I'm just not seeing it. If you want to talk about positives, I got positives with the way McKennie stepped onto the pitch. I've got positives in the showing that Colt Miner brought. I mean, but it still lacked a lot. And he still makes... I don't know. It was better from Colt Miners, but it's not like the gold standard. I really don't know, you guys. This 1-1 feels like a loss to me. Am I the only one in this feeling like that feels like a loss? I don't get it. I really, really don't get it. And I have to wonder if you balanced out the midfield properly with midfielders at the start of the game, if you would have had a bit more control and if that would have helped your overall balance. Because for the most part in this game, we utilized Cambiasso as a midfielder and even Adzic, but it wasn't quite the same. McKennie did very, very well. And I thought this would be a game where being robust in there would really help you. Thuram, McKennie, and I would have started Loka, but Co-Miners would have actually probably been fine in there with Mac and Thuram. And it probably would have been enough to really get you over that finish line. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I really don't know. I really don't know. I'm really frustrated after this one. We are going to get to storm the barn and fire away. I'm going to give you your ratings for player. It's yeah, I don't know. I don't know. 6.7 Di Gregorio. Gatti finished with a 6.4. I'm going to tell you again. You cannot have Gatti and Kalulu sharing the right side of the pitch. Okay? Can't do it. You can't do it. Bremer with a 7. Lloyd Kelly with a 7.1. Crazy to pull off Bremer in that game for me. But hey, Cabals is the one that comes in, ends up scoring it, and we were dominating possession at the time, so it is what it is. Tudor can be all smiles for that goal as he was there and trotting around, but hey man, at the end of the day, it's 1 point and not 3 in a game. I think you really should have come away with 3. Kalulu 7.1. Co-Miners 7.2. Thuram 6.8. Cambiasso 7.3. Not really crazy about any of those. I'm fine with all of that, really. Adzic 6.2. Sure. Openda 6.6. Sure. Yildiz 6.6. We forgot about this guy in the second half, and that's a damn shame. I think he finished with significantly less touches in the second half as opposed to the first half. Because he finished the game in total with 75 touches. He had 3 key passes. He had 3 key passes in the first half. That definitely tells me we did not have this guy involved in the second half. And that's just a damn shame. That's a damn shame. If you're coaching this team and you forget about one of your best creator and your best player, that is a damn shame. That is a damn shame. So I'm left with a lot of frustration in this game. I really am. I really am. We're going to get to some Storm the Barn here, and let's go. Let's fire away. Let's fire away. Christian, I wish Cambiasso all the best at his new club he is thinking about. Yeah, he's going to be under fire, man. I mean, it's wild, too, because he had such a solid first half. Like, he played really good first half. He was moving everywhere. He was doing things. But in the second half, a 5-foot pass, no mustard on it. Like, just light, nonchalant garbage, like easy, cheap giveaways. And then all the good stuff he did in the first half was just erased with a super flat second half. He's becoming an enigma. And Tudor was right to say it's right now he's an on his day player. On his day. Honestly, though, draw was the right result. Juventus were too slow and didn't seem intense enough. It's garbage is what it is. You got to win that game. I'm sorry. You got to win that game. That is a garbage Atalanta that you played. Think about what you expected to see in this game from Atalanta. We talked about it in the pregame. And it is common for Juric-led sides. Run hard, be physical, and contest everything. They didn't even do that. Atalanta didn't even do that. They literally allowed us possession, allowed us to go at them. And it's like, and we were still creating chances here and there. But we couldn't even put them away or bury them. And they were makeshift at the back, everybody. Makeshift at the back. 17-year-old left center back. Jim City playing in the heart of the back line. Kosuno, who's shambolic, who you saw on the cross that led to our only goal. And you can't take advantage, and they don't want to press. They don't want to play against us and contest everything. And you can't take advantage of a makeshift backline of one of the worst Atalantas we've seen in years. Lookman's not even on the field. De Catalare didn't even start the game. There is no excuse. I said this before this game. There is no alibis to this. This is a game you take the 3 points. And this terrible run against Atalanta continues. It's crazy. It's crazy. Tuna says we should have been up a couple goals in the first half. The drop-off was very noticeable in the second. Big time. Big time. Agree with you, man. Can you expand a bit on why these guys look so gassed so quickly each match? Dude, I'm going to be quite honest. I didn't like the excuse even in 3 games in 7 days. If you're going to talk about it now after you gave the guys 2 days rest and we had a week between matches, it shouldn't be happening. But I don't really see energy or fatigue being the big culprit in this game. It literally just was a lack of ideas and a lack of creativity up in the top. And hey, it's just super, super frustrating. But my God, man, I don't know what this thing is with Jonathan David not being able to get in there, but this game screamed, get a guy with ball retention up there that can work the others into taking space behind a makeshift fucking defense. It's frustrating, but this being tired, being gassed thing, it's late September, like it's September. It can't happen. So Darren Burgess, good luck and Godspeed, man. So that signing, yeah, you're needed. You are needed big time. They should seriously look at a free agent signing for the defense if we continue to play with that right side. This is Tudor's got to just go with the evidence. It's time to stop going against the grain there. And I'm not all smiles when you pull out a safety draw against Atalanta in casa, okay? In our house. Against one of the shittiest Atalantas in years. No, that's not smiles, man. That's not smiles. You find a way to get this damn result. So it's brutal to me. And this is another game, second half drop off in terms of the good things, the positives that were working. I don't know what's going on at half or how that's happening. It has to change. Some of the key games, let's go over the key factors for this game that we were talking about in the build-up to it, okay? We were talking about intensity, energy. That was all, I think, good. I would call all that good. I would. Ball movement, tempo of ball movement. In comes Bucci right here. No urgency. Thank you. I said it. If you're going to make it easy for these guys to shut you down left side, right side, laterally, and you're going to force everything through the middle, it's going to be a long day at the office, especially if you still want to go with just 2 midfielders. I didn't see balance left side to right side. I don't know why we abandoned Keenan Yildiz in the second half. Atalanta didn't do anything to cause us to abandon him, because late in the game, when you're pushing shit, imagine that. We do have a number 10 on the field. Imagine that. I'm not with the direction. I'm not with this lack of balance. It's got to be sorted. It's got to be sorted. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. This hybrid situation still isn't it. You need legit midfielders. It's a frustrating one. This is just very, very frustrating. The draws. Yeah, the draws. The draws are back. Juventus last year. Hopefully that's not the case, you know. I think everyone agrees that the back three is not working. We should change to a 4-3-2-1 or a 4-3-1-2. I completely agree. I've been saying I think a 3 in the middle will help everything. My go-to 3 in the midfield, I would play a different midfield for this particular game. I said I would have started with Loca, Thuram, and McKennie for this particular game. That's not my midfield 3 go-to moving forward as 1A option. But I think things would have been probably a little bit different had we have played that at the start. And I'm not so sure that Locatelli wouldn't have been in a position to maybe save Adzic on that turnover there, just based on how he plays in one of those pivot roles versus a Cope Miners or even a Thuram. I'm not so sure. It's, of course, pure speculation, and I'm just throwing it out there, but I have a good feeling from watching him that he would have been in a position to probably help. And that's my biggest issue there. Not the fact the kid coughed up the ball. I hated it. It was terrible. But 3 guys really against 1, we couldn't save the day for him. Not good enough. Not good enough. You got to get 3 midfielders in there. Do you think Locatelli was missing in our midfield today? Cope Miners had a good game for him. He had a good game, and that was a positive. Did he... I'll ask you all this question, and I want to get your answers in the chat right now. And we might open it up for some call-ins too, okay? But would you say that Cope Miners rewarded Tudor for the performance? For the start, for getting the start. Did he reward him? Yes or no? Just drop a yes or no in the chat. Did he reward him? Gio right away says no. He didn't reward him for the start. So he still doesn't feel that he did anything. Coop played his best game in a Juve shirt. But even in saying that, isn't saying a whole bunch. Because he's put up stinkers. Alex saying no. He did not reward Tudor. Jerry DeLuca, no. Wing of Winter, no. I hope I got that right. No. Mike, yes, he did reward him. Calogero, no chance. Mario, no. Ricazzi, cazzo no. Listen, I think there's just something that's I just don't know. Like there is this abandoning of the position where he's just like where you need a guy to like save the day or he needs to be there, and it's like he's not there. There's this positional thing where he's just I don't understand some of the spaces he takes up when you're playing a pivot, and they don't lead to anything. You see moments where he's on the right flank. Fuck, you can't even get the ball ahead of you because you've just brought defenders over. So you've just rendered your 2 options, attacking player and your wingback, fucking rendered them useless because you've just moved up there into their space. It's very bizarre watching this guy. A good performance for him. But I didn't see anything that to me is like, this guy has to keep being so high on the pecking order. I don't see it. For me, depth chart, he's down there, man. Okay? He's down there. But this was a good game for him. It was a good game for him. Carnesecchi gets man of the match every time he plays against Juve. Yeah, we put a lot right at him too. Very, very frustrating. Oh my God. And that one late, McKennie, that is just unfortunate. That is so unfortunate that that thing ends up going to him because he knew nothing about it. He knew nothing about it, you know? Yeah, it's frustrating. This is a frustrating one. And I think it's more frustrating because even if we don't agree with some of the calls that Tudor made, none of those ended up costing us at the end of the day. It's, again, just Juve not being able to, like, step on the throat of a team. And this should have been a game, straightforward, that you win. But I still think that the adjustments from first half to second half are not there. So we could say, guys, early in the season, it is early in the season, but that's also several games consecutively now where you're not pulling the right strings and you're not switching the story, you know? Like, I would have expected a hell of a lot more second half in urgency, getting after it and being like, guys, that's brutal to come out of that 1-0. The heads should have been up, but the drive should have been at an all-time high. And for God's sakes, why on earth did we forget about our best player for 20 minutes, 25 minutes? I don't care if it's early in the season. That shit pisses me off. Gotta be better. Gotta be better. On a good note, Cabal scored his first after his injury. Yeah, that was great to see. And I mean, again, this is another part of the frustration. If Kosunu doesn't make a wild howler out of that, we walk away with an L, boys. We walk away with an L if he doesn't howl on that cross in. Ooh, scary, but great to see Cabal in scoring a goal. Anton, Kelly was superb. Kelly had a good game today. Couple of weird, questionable things in the first half. Indecisions. Same with Gatti. Not nearly as bad as Gatti, but he had a good game. He had a good game for sure. I loved Cope Miners today on the ball, but off the ball, he was bad. When I say that he's like the parts that frustrate about me, it's positionally. Positionally, I don't understand why he gravitates to certain areas that he does, and nothing comes of it, like I said. So I can actually get behind that he was bad off the ball. Yeah, that speaks to the positioning mess that I see from time to time. Do you think Yildiz would benefit by having a more traditional fullback behind him to go around the outside of him? Guy got stuck out on the wing again. I honestly think that Yildiz, like I said, he's gonna start seeing exactly what we're seeing. Overloads, left, right, and center. He was getting the overlaps here and there. The guy's good enough, he's still going to make things happen and he's still going to get involved. I think it's just more a matter of these other guys need to really step it up when he gets that extra attention. I need to see way more. In a game where you control like this and you're pushing your opposition back, we need to get at them and we need to actually get the midfielders way up there and they need to start firing the damn ball. But not in the 95th minute, 94th minute, whatever it was, Cope Miners from 30 yards out there. That's not the time. But we got to start shooting. We got to start doing stuff with some actual drive. I need to see more influence, especially from the box-to-box style. Thuram, I need to see that influence. I need to see him stepping up there, and I need to see him getting involved. He has one game where he puts a beautiful cross in. He puts like 2 or 3 money crosses in. And then you get a game today where he gets up there, he doesn't even attempt a cross. But I need to see this guy getting high up there, taking shots and creating havoc. And he had the opportunity to do that today, several occasions. Once it almost worked out to him from a deflection, but we need some impact out of that midfield. Because we can't just keep throwing it to these guys, Zhigrova, Chico Conceição, Yildiz, and just say, that's it. That's our creation. Bank on them to do everything. It's got to be better. Gatti should have made the tactical foul there against Sulemana. Yeah, I got to watch this one again because it all happens so faster, but I'm just left in fear. I think it was actually Thuram. Because they were at 24 yards out, I'm pretty sure, just before they hit the top of the area. And Thuram's right there next to him. And just take him down. Shut it all down right there at that point. Because your back line had a big gap there. Just take him down. And we should have probably done that. You guys, let's get involved. I got a little bit of time here for some call-ins. So do not call that number. Send me a text. Let's get you in here, and you could just shoot your Storm the Barns in live, okay? And get your say in. We do have another one here from Roast Beef, and it is Chico and Zhigrova. Are Chico and Zhigrova the exact same player? So the thing with Zagrova is the actual like effectiveness is supposed to be ramped up once he's fully fit. That's the expectation, is that you're trying to get Chico to the level that Zagrova is when Zagrova's fully fit. Today, you see kind of the same thing because there were frustrations and I said this all the time when Chico was taking heat. I said, guys, you got to take the bad with the good on this style player. These guys beat their man, but they're always looking to do that, and sometimes it ends up bad, and sometimes you have brutal giveaways. You have them looking nonchalant so much, being way too patient at times, but you take the good with the bad. At the end of the day, they create a lot, and a lot more than what was happening before they stepped on the pitch. Joao Mario and Zagrova gave us instant kind of impact further up the pitch and started creating issues. McKennie's movement off the ball, he was one of the few guys actually moving off of the ball, giving those guys options to break lines. It can't just be one guy. It can't just be like, that's the part that drives me nuts the most. Our off the ball movement absolutely sucks. It absolutely sucks. So, gotta be better. Gotta be better. We do have some guys, and we got some guys that are coming in here that want to get in. Holy smokes. Okay. I'm going to go down and just see here because there's... Okay. What do we got here? Big Bad Reno. Big Bad Reno wants to be the first up here. Reno.
Hello.
Reno, Ribambito.
You're Ribambito, not me.
What's going... Okay, man, let me hear it. Let me hear it. The mic is yours now, so fire away. What do you think?
The mic is mine, yeah. Well, you can hear me properly because I know my internet connection hasn't...
No, you're good, man. Fire away. I'm saying the mic is yours. Go ahead. Say your piece on the game.
Bro, what is there to say, man? I have no idea with this team, bro. Like, yes, we had a good first half, but why we don't put David? Like, I don't get it.
Jonathan David,
and,
yeah.
You know, the second half really... Yeah, I don't understand why he still puts Vlahovic. Like, you know, the first half was okay, but the second half, really, man? And then under Atalanta, under 10 men, and we couldn't score the second goal. This is not really good, in my opinion, Berto. I don't know about you or the guys in the chat, because I just joined right now, because I'm at home today. I keep on saying it, even on my videos, you know, even on your chat, I've been a little bit hard on them, because Juve is not pretty, man. I don't like Tudor, to be honest. I said it since the beginning the season starts. I understand we were going to give him a chance, but...
It's... Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like this one is a little bit of a mix of everybody. I'll be quite honest. Tudor's got some frustrations he brings for me, 100%. But at the same time, I mean, God, these guys, I would expect a little bit more fire from them and a little bit more just oomph and get the job done. I mean, at the end of the day, this was a pretty weak Atalanta side. Like...
That's what I'm saying.
Like it's a completely makeshift backline. So like a lot of this one, you know, for Tudor and his lack of adjustments, lack of setup for second half, whatever, these guys still have to do better, you know, like they really do. But I don't understand how you can completely forget about your best player in the second half. Yildiz was a ghost. We didn't even go down the left side. So that's why idea. For me it's part players, it's part coach in this one. They both take a fair share of the blame, man. You know? Yeah, frustrating, man. And now I don't know. These it's early in the season, but there's some signs there that we have to start getting some things right or we could be in trouble, man. We could be in trouble.
Yeah, because the next games it's going to be big trouble because we got the Champions League, Milan.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be Villarreal. It's not going to be easy.
No.
I'm pretty scared about that.
Yeah.
So
well,
I know they don't have the same coach as before.
Yeah.
But still, it can be a scary situation. And Real Madrid, forget it.
We'll
Milan.
We'll see what happens, man. Milano. Allegri. We'll see, man. We'll see. But thanks for jumping on, man. We'll talk to you in the chat there.
It's always a pleasure. We need to do a live together, bro, on my channel, Manajate.
Hey, easy. Ciao, Reno, Ribabito.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Hey, yeah.
All right, all right. Let's keep it rolling. Let's see who else we got on here. Okay, we got I got Giratina. Then I got Rick Owsey. So we're gonna get to try and get everybody in here. That's I don't know if we're gonna get everybody, but we're gonna get some call-ins. We're gonna get this rolling, everybody.
Hey, Berto.
Hey, how's it going, my man?
Oh, not too bad. I'm going camping with my roommate and another friend in about maybe half an hour.
Nice, nice.
Me
Well,
and my roommate had the chance to watch that game, and I almost fell asleep in that first half.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
it wasn't intense enough. It was too slow. And then in the second half, I didn't see a lot more from Juventus, especially in the intensity. It was great to see Cabal score because he's worked his ass off to get back in there. But man, where are the tactical adjustments from Juventus?
there is none. It's as simple as that. There is none.
And like you were saying about Atalanta, Atalanta's not the worst team to play against, but you should have been able to beat this Atalanta, especially when Daron got sent off. It's just not intense enough.
Now, the first half, we should have come away 2-0. Like, we got to be honest.
Definitely.
Like, you should have walked away 2-0. The fact that we walk away 1-0 in deficit is absolutely just shambolic. That's all it is. This is you got a makeshift Atalanta side that played nowhere near the way we were expecting. They played to our hand. They played to our advantage. And the fact that we couldn't do it, that's a shame on us. That's a big shame on us. But everybody's kind of pointing the fingers in the same direction. There's not enough tactically coming here for these guys. And I think the biggest shock for me is why we're seeing second halves that are worse than the first half. That part is actually concerning me big time.
Yeah.
I don't know what the correction is, but you can't forget about I can't get my mind off of why we ignored Kenan Yildiz for like 30 minutes in the second half. It's crazy to me. That's crazy.
He was completely isolated in that second half. And to go back to what you were saying initially, I was shocked that Openda started that game. Like, I like Openda. I think he cannot be used as a lone striker, in my opinion. He isn't quite physical enough. I would have definitely put David in there at the start and then Openda in the second half when the legs were a little more tired. I don't understand. Like, does Tudor have something against Jonathan David right now?
I don't know what the deal is. I still don't think that's ultimately why we couldn't get over the line with them. But, I mean, it's questionable that you're not getting this guy in the mix the way the game went. And what I mean by that is, when I was talking about Openda starting the game, I said I could see it from a transitional point of view because of his pace and everything. But the way that the game started playing, I said I would have liked to see Juve be on the front foot and controlling the game. We ended up doing that. So it actually hurt us, the fact that we didn't have someone that's better in build-up and link-up as opposed to a more transitional striker because of the way the game ended up playing out. And you know, that's a misjudgment too, because I honestly, I was like, I'd like to see us on the front foot and control it, but I thought it was going to be a more contested game. But Atalanta, surprising, to my surprise too, was willing to allow us to control the ball. And that, as time went on, maybe called for a setup. And in the second half, it wouldn't have taken long to see that if all of a sudden you're still going to control, but nothing's happening and you can't get Yildiz in the game, I said maybe the two-striker setup is the way to go, and then you could go with David and Vlahovic with Yildiz just in behind them centrally, and maybe try.
That's what I thought they were going to do in the second.
Yeah.
Half. They made the first round of subs, and then they went straight back to 3-4-2-1, and I was like, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Two strikers. It's crazy, and you were mentioning also about the fact that we should have been up. I mean, I mentioned in the chat, I watched the Palace-Liverpool game. Palace should have been up 6-0 in the first half. This was a mini-me version of that. Juventus should have been up in the first half. And the fact that it was a nice strike from Suleimana, but he was left to take the strike way too easily. And I feel bad for Adzic, but he's got to be better on that play as well.
Well, we should have taken a tactical foul or something. There's no way that mistake should end up in the back of your net with three guys behind protecting. And it's like, guys, That just can't happen. That's so soft. And if you can't make one error like that, and you have 3-4 guys behind you, nobody can help you out in that situation. I'm sorry, but more guys are going to make mistakes. And if we can't bail them out, like just a one-off situation like that, that's really, really bad. And again, when you start watching it back, and like I was watching the highlights there, Kefren Turam should have taken that tactical foul. He should have shut it all down right there.
Somebody should have.
Yeah, it's frustrating. But man,
do you think Juventus are too scared to take tactical fouls?
No, I'll get into this right now. I want to get Rick Owsey in on the call too. Thank you for jumping on, man. I will tackle this right now in the live as well. But big thank you, man. We'll see you in the chat. All right, as always. Enjoy your camping. Ciao, ciao.
Thank you.
You bet.
Ciao.
Take care. Okay, we got to get Rick Owsey coming in here, and then we will get to that. Actually, a good question about why they're not taking tactical fouls. I mean, young team, situational, panic, pressure. There's a lot of things. Waiting for Rick. Hey, what's going on? My God, Madonna mia.
In the heart of Bergamo, mate, watching the game, listening to you, man, very disappointing, mate. Very disappointing to watch that performance, and I'm worried. I'm very worried.
What are your biggest concerns, my man?
The back, and also the front. I just don't. Why wasn't David playing today?
I don't know how this game didn't scream to you that we needed that control, because we were controlling the ball. It made no sense to play transitional strikers over them. It was weird.
And also, Openda, don't get me wrong. I'm trying to work out what is he meant to be doing. I mean, don't get me wrong. He covers a lot in running and stuff and getting position, but man, he needs to take a crack here and there too. I mean, look, I just feel that the back three for me I don't feel confident, especially when we get into the bigger games in Europe.
Yeah.
Man, I cringe, man, to see when we play Villarreal and Real Madrid, man. I worry, really am thinking to myself, well, we're going to cop it. And Kula Moani, for me, I reckon it's going to bite us on the butt.
I think Vega might bite us more, not making that pickup. Yeah.
And Vegas at the back as well.
But this is the part that bothers me, and this was a big discussion point leading up to this game. Somebody said to me when I put out my lineup a couple days before the game, I said I would go with a 4-3-2-1, and I would play that.
Great.
Because I want to get away from this lack of balance. I want to get midfielders in the damn game and help support the defending and help support the attack properly, because it feels like we have to completely go full throttle just to get chances, right? And you can't play like that. So
no, you can't.
Somebody told me that no, now is not the game. Now is not the time. And well, what is Villarreal now the game to do that? You should have tried it. You should have done it sooner. And we did it in this game. We got into 4-back setups, but it was a hybrid, and it wasn't with a midfielder for the majority of it. It was Cambiaso, and that's different too. So the way McKennie came on in this game, he made a lot of sense. And I actually called for him to start in this game because you got to be robust with a team like Atalanta, and that helps you just take control. You take control of that midfield, the game is yours. Then your guys up top should be able to work. Yildiz, Openda if you want to start him, etc. But in the start of the game, we said if Openda starts, I feel like Juve is going to give up the ball and play a transitional game. But we didn't do that. So then it really makes no sense, because now you've got your transitional guy and you're not playing that game. Vlahovic coming in also made no sense because we're not playing transition. We're in full control. So get your control guy in there. Tudor, for me, I'm not seeing one of the biggest things that was my question marks with him, which is the in-game adjustments. I think he's coming up short. What are your thoughts on the in-game stuff from him?
I agree with that. I just feel for someone that came in very late last season to get us into that top four, yeah, and now coming into this season, the tour and everything like that, and then we're waiting on a couple of players. Look, for me, I'm going to pass judgment probably around November, December, and then give my judgment on him. But at the moment, he needs to be fixing things and keeping to a lineup that will do the job. Do you know what I mean? Like, not too much changes. I feel that he needs to be more consistent. But in saying that, man, I've got to make a big apology to Lloyd Kelly because he's been good. He's been good, actually. Last couple of weeks, he's doing his job. But, yeah, man, I don't know. I've got this feeling that the next 3-4 matches are going to really show Tudor's, what he's made of, really, as a manager. And also the players, too. You know, players need to step up as well, Chooch.
I agree. Yeah. That's why, like, this particular game, I have frustrations with Tudor big time, but I also have frustration with these guys not taking care of business because that's a pretty fucking weak Atalanta side.
I was going to say that, man. Out of all the last couple of years, this is the weakest lineup, and you know, Zappacosta looks like he needs to go to retirement village. But man, you know what? He did his job today. But yeah, you're right. We should have got the 3 points today. But yeah, man, it is what it is, and we just have to hopefully things can change soon. Thuram was disappointing too today, man.
Thuram needs to do a little bit more. He needs to find that rhythm, that impact. For me, he second guesses too much because he gets it, and it's like, dude, you're at this level. Like, he's got all the tools to be one of the top midfielders in the world, but if he can't find some rhythm too, he's gonna struggle. And like, there's moments he gets the ball, the play's there right in front of him. He's got the wheels, he's got the dribbling ability, he's got the technical ability, he's got all the tools, but he sits, and then he just doesn't get it going. And people are attributing his struggles to Cope Miners, and I don't think that I would go that route. For me, Thuram, he needs to understand what his strength is and what he brings to the table, and he has to bring it. And my biggest thing with Thuram, and actually Tuna Steaks just brought it up in the chat, he's always one of the first to look gassed. And it's actually, I mean, when you look at distance covered and whatnot, he's not amongst the leaders when he's getting to that point. So it's very, very interesting. But
just to mention Coop Miners, I'll be honest with you, at Atalanta, he had Edison, he had other players around him. At Juventus, it's a different KPI. It's totally different. I feel we overpaid at the moment for a player like that. He should be stepping up and doing a lot more for our team. That's my honest opinion. And I'm very disappointed in Coop Miners. I think he should be putting in a lot more for our team.
He's weird to me. He's so weird to me. He plays very, very safe. Very, very safe.
That's it. You just said the word safe.
He plays everything he does is safe, and then he'll blow my mind because you play an entire game being safe, and then in the 93rd minute, when you have a loaded box with players, you decide you're going to try to strike one from 30 yards out instead of send. It's like you chose now at this moment to not be safe and play the higher percentage play. He's an anomaly right now. He has not been worth.
I'm worried, Chich. I'm worried because we've paid so much for a player like that, you know, and he's playing for Juventus, not Atalanta anymore. And like, you think, wow, this guy wasn't he the best midfielder in Serie A a couple of seasons ago? I mean, like, dude, like, what's going on? This guy needs to go see someone about his mental capacity to play in our team or something, because for me, I mean, this guy should be doing a lot more and a lot more better for a team like us. But his role should be more.
Fra, I agree 100%. I'll tell you right now, Darren Burgess, when he comes over, my God, the first job he's got to do is to carry the corpse that is Milik out of J Medical, so that if anybody else needs...
I told you, but he's been seen in Turin with the gelato.
And then job number 2 is a full-scale psyche evaluation on Cope Miners because the man is lost.
Oh, okay.
I feel like we got his third cousin, the family crash out there, burnout. It's crazy to me, man. But I agree with everything you said, man.
From Australia, from the AFL, he's got a good reputation.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed he can fix that issue up, guys. But what I've seen him do with the Adelaide Crows Football Club here in Australia, he's got good reps around him. So fingers crossed he can do the job.
And hopefully that helps this physicality thing where some guys are getting gassed a little early and whatnot. But hey, man, always a pleasure having you on. I gotta say,
good chat, mate, and we'll be in touch soon. And
yeah,
thanks for all the effort you put in, mate, because we really enjoy it at club and all the Juventinos around the world, mate.
Oh man, thank you for the support as always, man, and thank you for all the memberships you're dropping in here and gifting people.
Good, man.
Means a lot, man. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, man. Ciao.
All right, everybody. We got some calls in here. You guys ran a little overtime with just a few calls there. We've got the post-match podcast tomorrow. I've got a full panel, okay? And we are probably going to bring in some call-ins tomorrow on the live show because we want to get the Army involved. Look, didn't go our way today, 1-1. There's a lot of frustrations here, rightfully so. We need our players to do better. We need our coach to do better. That's just the reality. And it is early. He's got nothing but time to get it right. The players have nothing but time to get it right. But you can't afford to keep dropping points. This was a game we really should have put the boots to Atalanta based on the way they came out and wanted to play this game. And it's very sad that we couldn't. Oh, man. Hey, we're going to break it down in full tomorrow. Again, big thank you to all of you, the AJC Army, for all the support. Again, if you could please take the time to Google search Football Content Awards, click on FCA's voting, and head over there and vote for us in Best Podcast in the International category. We would really greatly appreciate it. But thank you for all the support anyways, okay? Because we even got to that point because of all of you. So big thanks. Look, don't let this result ruin your weekend. It's frustrating. It's mind-blowing. We're going to break it down in full tomorrow and, of course, preview what's to come with Villarreal in Champions League. But 1-1 and Tudor, I'm curious to see how he breaks down this game and what his thoughts were. Frustrating. Jonathan David, we forgot about this guy. I don't see what the others have brought that we need to forget about this guy. And he arguably made more sense at that moment in the game. 2-striker setup. Get your control guy in there. I don't know. I have a lot of questions. Are we going to start getting answers? Time will tell, everybody. Time will tell. But tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, post-match podcast. Till then, as always, no matter what, fino alla fine, forza Juventus. Ciao tutti.